Hello and welcome to a special extra episode of my BattleTech Extended 3025 Commander's Edition career. And the reason I'm doing an extra stream of it today is twofold. One, I had to cancel yesterday's stream because it was simply too hot to sit in this room without melting. And two, the launch is imminent of this mod. I told you I would let you guys know as soon as I know when it's going to be available to you lot. And apparently today could well be the day. That's not a 100% cast iron guarantee. There's always things that could go wrong at the last minute, but as far as I understand it, it should be going up on Nexus Mods at some point today. So you guys, maybe even by this evening when you finish work, will be able to start playing this fantastic new mod. And I can't wait to hear all your guys' stories, what mechs you're getting for your starting houses, how you're getting on, what you think of the new features. It's obviously been loads of fun for me for the last 2 weeks, and I've been looking forward to being able to hear about your guys' adventures with it as well. So yeah, possibly today, and hopefully by the time you finish work. So if you're at work right now, don't just skip work and go home and feign illness, because it's not there yet. That will do you no good. Finish your working day, then go home, and then maybe it will be up on Nexus Mods by that point. You will, of course, need to download the new Community Asset Bundle, as usual with the mods. So there's a new Community Asset Bundle that's gone up. I think that went up yesterday or whatever. So get that downloaded and installed. You know, follow the instructions the usual way, and all will be fine. I am currently running the brand new latest version of it right now, and everything seems to be in working order so far, so it all looks good to me. And obviously I've taken you guys through all these features before, but I have put together something I did yesterday rather than being able to do the stream. Is between me and Shell, we've put together a little promotional video about Commander's Edition, so that will be going up on YouTube and should coincide with the launch of the mod itself. So if you want to see that, if you want a recap on the features, if you've forgotten a load of stuff, or you just want to see what that video is like, go check that out. That will be on my YouTube channel. Hopefully it'll get put in other places as well, like maybe the BattleTech Discord or whatnot, but there'll be a little video there. It's only about 10 minutes long, so something to watch to give you an idea of what all the features are. And obviously it's particularly useful for people that are completely new to the mod, that have no idea what this is or what BattleTech Extended 3025 is. So if you've got any friends that are looking to get into modding BattleTech, or looking for something a little bit extra but don't want the full craziness of everything changed like Rogue Tech gives you, then link them that video, and it will give them an idea of what this mod's all about. Anyway, that is enough waffle for now. Good to see you all. I hope you're all doing well today. I've just left the aircon on right up until I had to go live. I've just switched it off, and I can already feel the heat is now sticky and nasty immediately. But I will stream for as long as I can today. Can't guarantee it will be 5 hours or even 4 hours at this point. But I will do probably at least 3. And we'll have a good look at this mod, do some missions, have a play, and just enjoy ourselves. So, right, first thing I was going to do is I never got around to checking all of my pilots for XP, and I'm sure there are going to be people that can skill up. And here we go, we've got Catch already. I'm going to take Tactics with him. So he's now got Cool Shot bonus. For those that might not be aware, Cool Shot bonus is the same in this mod as it is in vanilla. However, Cool Shot Mastery is nerfed a little bit, and it is the same values as you will find in BattleTech Extended 3025, as far as I understand it. So those of you that already play that mod will be familiar with the slightly reduced chance on headshots and such. It just makes the game a little bit less cheesable with the precision strikes, which is fine, isn't it? So just having a quick look. Oh, Harmon Snow, he's got a little bit of XP now after we've travelled, but he's not quite ready to get a point yet. So he's going to remain on the bench for the time being. You may have noticed now you get these little pop-ups which have been added that just show a quick look at the traits of a pilot. So rather than having to go into the service record and look every time, you can now just leave your mouse cursor over the pilot, and as you can see, Ingress here is brave, has the tech skill and Comstar trait. So you can see what those do there. Brave increased to panic resistance, tech increased mech tech skill, and Comstar decreased cost for Argo upgrades. And for more detail on that, of course, you can go into the service record where you'll get slightly more of an explanation as to what those things are. But it's nice that you can just get a quick glance at these things now. And of course, those also work when you're picking your lance before going into a mission, because some traits clash with others. You might want to avoid putting a rebellious pilot with someone that's also got the officer trait, for example, or your company commander. So you know, it's handy that you'll be able to just take a quick glance at which traits the pilots have and pick your lances accordingly before you do a mission. Right, let's get tactics for Rylan. He's now got Cool Shot bonus as well. So you may notice that I arrived in this location and my front line lance are fatigued right now. The reason being is because I had to do a mission yesterday just to get some extra footage, just to show what fatigue looks like for the promotional video. So I did a quick mission. Nobody died, as you can see. They're all fine, but I needed to do that just to get people fatigued, so I could show what that looked like on the screen. So we have done one mission in this location since arriving, but we have plenty more to do. Right, that's all checked up. There's another thing to show you guys, actually, which is that with the new community asset bundle, the Warhammer model has been updated. So that looks a little bit different to how it did before. Just for those that want to have a look at that, there it is. That's the new Warhammer model in the latest community asset bundle. Of course, you're not seeing the missile pod there because my builds don't have missiles on them right now. But we'll perhaps have a look at that at some point later. But yeah, so the paint job's looking pretty cool. Cockpit's quite bright, very, very bright green glow in there. I think the cockpit is filled with some kind of nuclear reactor. But that is the new Warhammer model. As far as I understand it, everything else is the same in the community asset bundle. We'll just have to see. There is something that I've been meaning to do. I'm just quickly going to rename this here Jenna, because I've now obviously hit the point where my pilot berths are completely maxed out. I have as many pilots as I could possibly ever have. So until somebody dies, we are all maxed out for subscriber pilots. However, I've been waiting to get a Jenna F for a long time to name after one of my buddies from the MechWarrior Online competitive days. But he's also a subscriber here, you see, on my channel. But since I don't have a Jenna F to rename yet, I'm going to rename this Jenna A. So that will be the Alto. So because I don't have room to name a pilot after him, I'm named a mech after him, and that will go for everyone else who goes for subscribing while I'm maxed out on pilots. We have plenty of mechs we can name after you guys, so you still get in the game. And for those that want to be a pilot, you'll just have to wait until somebody dies. I'm sure that's going to happen eventually. At the moment, we've got no deaths in this playthrough so far, but you know, you can't avoid a death forever. There's going to be a few throughout the course of this campaign, I'm sure. Right, so what we were doing is trying to rep up, because at the moment we're on indifferent rep with almost everybody, and we can't actually do higher than 3 skull difficulty missions until we've repped up. So that's what I'm working on, and I think we'll start with this battle today for the Capellans. So we're going to be fighting some pirates. I'm going to leave the salvage on 2 priority, 8 for the rest, and we are good to go. Right, let's clear these guys out. What am I going to take for this? So we're fixing up Grasshopper. Let's take one of these. Take this Grasshopper. Right, which lance should we use? What are we? We're in the Highlands. Let's go with who's not been used. In fact, I don't think we used Doyle's lance last time around. So let's bring those guys out, because we got an additional pilot, Harmon Snow, didn't we? I'm not going to use him in, because we've now got 5 for this lance technically, because I'll count Harry. I'm not going to use him for this mission yet, because I want to wait until he's got Bulwark before I start putting him in missions, and he won't be too far off that with the training facilities we've got here. So I'll go with the original guys, but what I'll do with this lance is I'll just leave Doyle out in future once Harmon Snow is ready to go. We'll have Atomic Crusher, Harry, and Midcore in this lance. But for now, this is what I'm going to use. Let's put Doyle in the Grasshopper with Sensor Lock. Which Warhammer do I want Harry in? Probably the slightly shorter ranged one. Oh, he's got Tactics 8. He's almost got Cool Shot Mastery, and same with Doyle. It's going to come in handy. And Atomic Crusher in the Warhammer with the PPCs, and Midcore in the Marauder. So gunnery skills and tactics skills pretty low on these pilots. So we're going to have interesting times trying to hit stuff, but we will do our best. It's a 3-skull mission, and we've got, as you can see here, a 4-skull rated lance. So although the pilots are a bit perhaps under leveled for this difficulty, oh, in fact they might be bang on really, but the mechs are certainly, you know, better than we should require to take this on. That being said though, a lot of things in this mod are more of a challenge than you'll be used to in the vanilla. Things can get quite sticky, and not just because of this mod either, because the Urban Warfare expansion added in some pretty brutal missions that just really add extra difficulty to the game, which is good because, you know, things could get too easy in vanilla. So it's good to see that, but it does mean every now and then you have to withdraw from an engagement with your tail between your legs and come back and fight another day. Especially when you're facing overwhelming odds. But then it makes it really satisfying when you overcome those odds. And there have already been times when we have achieved that on this mod and with the Urban Warfare DLC. So we'll have to see what this mission is. Will it be easy, or will it be one of those where it just keeps on dropping more and more lancers on you? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so Data King 1 is asking if existing saves will be compatible with Commander's Edition, and so I have mentioned this before, but for those that don't know already, the Commander Edition adds a bunch of stuff that means that saves won't be compatible. So your old vanilla saves and your BattleTech Extended 3025 saves won't be compatible. I think that's partly to do with stuff like the addition of the full Inner Sphere map and the Galaxy at War stuff. So it's a shame, but what you get instead is so much more. I mean, I had, like, one of my saves had been going for well over 5,000 days, and so, you know, you might think it's a big wrench to ditch a save that's been going that long to play this mod, but honestly, I've not regretted it, not one bit. I think this mod is so good that once you start and get into a new campaign on it, before too long, you forget your old save ever existed. It doesn't matter. You know, you've got so much more fun to be had with this, so many more things to play with, that it really is of no consequence. But yeah, that is correct. You will have to start a new save, a new career with this. But you've got all the new houses in there that you can choose your background as, and that will of course affect your starting mechs. So not only will you be able to choose one of the major houses, but it's also now been done so that you can get faction-specific mechs for the Aurigan Reach, for the Canopians, and for the Taurians, if you like those factions. They now have their own unique pool of mechs that you can draw your start from, which is pretty awesome. All right, what am I going to do here? Let's go for a leap with Doyle. Let's see what we're up against. We've Black Knight. I love Black Knights, and a dragon. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'd quite like to get my hands on a Black Knight, you know. So we'll start by shooting this dragon up. Some good solid hits there. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, Garrison. Poor Garrison's been ill for the last few days, and like a trooper, he did still stream the other day, but I assume he had yesterday off. Because yeah, it's no fun when you're not only ill but also overheating. But are you well enough to stream today, Garrison? That's the important question. Will you be streaming this mod today after I finish? Ah, yes, right. Here we go. Something that I need to point out almost immediately. I didn't talk about it just now when I fired with the grasshopper, but here it's quite obvious. So you will notice my hit percentages are showing up as 48%. Something, if you've only played vanilla or BattleTech Extended before, you will never have seen that before, because everything was always rounded to the 5%. So that's a little tweak Harry's made, so you're seeing to the closest true percentage now, instead of it rounding to the nearest 5. So that's just a little bit more helpful for you to make informed judgments on what your odds to hit are. In this case, they're almost 50% for me, so we're going to have a crack at this. I expect one hit out of that. Well, I say I expect one hit out of that. That's not what we got, though. We got 3 misses, but never mind. So that's one of the brand new changes that wasn't in either of the previous 2 versions of this mod that I had.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior
Oh,
injury.
Doyle has taken a pilot injury already. Oh yes, Harry says I've done new icons for some mechs, no biggie, but no stand-ins now, which is excellent. So that's for the extended plus stuff, which of course in this mod is on by default, whereas in BattleTech Extended 3025 it's off by default. So Harry has knocked up some fantastic new icons to go with the extended plus content. And if you're not sure what I mean by the icons, the little icons you see when you're looking at your salvage or mech parts in the mech lab, or your little mechs when you're dragging them in for a mission, that little picture of the mech, that's the icons we're talking about.
Ready to rock.
They're very small, but it's a nice touch that they've got a proper look to them.
Commander.
Thank you for doing that, Harry. Right, what we got here? 68, 68, and a 63. We'll go for those odds. We've got 2 hits. We've opened something up. Nice. Harry says, naming a Jenner after Alto. Has he died? No. He's a sub that I don't have room for as a pilot, though. And you remember how much he loves the Jenners. Alto lives for Jenners. But when I get a Jenner F, I'll swap it out for a Jenner F, because that was his favourite from the MechWarrior Online days. Right, we got a rifleman there. We've still got this dragon we were shooting up. We've not really done all that much to it. And I'm thinking I might just shoot this rifleman instead, because in terms of firepower, he's a bigger threat, and he's got slightly less evasion right now. Should I go for a precision strike? No, let's not. Let's fire wildly and inaccurately. There we go. Shots going everywhere. Catch says, just going to assume Alto's real name is Jen. No. It's not his real name. Right, I've got flamers on this grasshopper. So what I want to do with it is try to get in a position to start cooking up this Black Knight, because we all know Black Knights are energy platforms that get pretty hot. Especially if you're building that heat with extra flamers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I have to turn off virtually all of my medium lasers after that leap, though. So we've still got 3 on. And we've got all 6 of our flamers. And this guy is already fairly hot. We'll hope to push him a bit closer towards his heat threshold here. And in fact, we have sent him way over it. We've not quite done enough to shut him down, but he's very close.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander. How's it going? On my way.
Right, I'm going to continue ploughing fire into this rifleman.
On it.
Those PPCs obviously adding sensor impairment, which will make him shooting us a little bit more tricky for him. Uh-oh.
Enemy in rear arc.
Oh, that's a relief. He can't fire very much because he's so hot. That had me concerned. I thought he was going to go for a shutdown full alpha and wreck us. There are reinforcements on the way. You can see a 75-ton mech up there. Oh no, it's not reinforcements. It's just the 4th mech from this lance. I got confused for a moment. I thought I was already engaged with a full lance, but yeah, there's the extra one. Okay, brain fart over. Right, let's move across here. I'm getting closer to this rifleman, anticipating that at some point in the not too distant future I'm going to be too hot to fire these PPCs, these high energy builds, and we'll have to go for a melee attack, but not just yet. Meanwhile, the grasshopper is getting pounded on by this dragon. This is the danger of having one guy who runs up and out front, but luckily it's Doyle, and Doyle has plot armor, so he can't die. Right, let me think about how I want to do this, because I would like to salvage 2 pieces of this Black Knight. So if I just go for a back shot, that will rob myself of all the salvage. What I might do, though, is try for a back shot on this dragon. I think we'll go for that. Which means I'm not going to get to torch that Black Knight again, so he's going to be able to fire a bit more next round, which is a shame. But I want to try to shoot out the back on this dragon. Well, I mean, obviously with 3 medium lasers and 6 flamers, we're not going to kill him, but I'm just looking to strip some of that armor away to make it easier for my next mech to kill him. So what have we done? Yeah, we've reduced it a bit. Oh, an Orion. I want an Orion. One of my favourite heavy mechs. Not when I'm on the receiving end of them, though.
Warning. Armor low.
So what has happened to Doyle? Very low on the left side now. Right. So while we've got this opportunity, we've got to take our chances and shoot this dragon in the rear arc. I think I will precision strike this. Ah, a little bit too hot. I don't want to take internal damage because that annoys me, so we'll just fire 2 weapon systems.
Ready for orders.
Zenith Dante says, make Davian great again. Build a hyperpulse wall. Make Liao pay for it. I'm sure we all get that reference. Fuck! I forgot to mention. I don't know if you guys noticed that the blips should be back. So they've been gone since the last harebrained update, and it's taken a while for the mod community to get on top of that, but they have managed it, and so the little red blips are back. And I'm sure a lot of you will be pleased to hear that.
Roger that, Commander.
Right, come on, Dragon. Your time has come. We've not done anywhere near enough to that rear CT, have we? Keep hitting rear side torsos, it seems. Oh, the stray shots hitting the Black Knight there. Man, I was really hoping we'd kill that dragon with firing everybody into the back of it. But it's not happened.
Warning. Damage critical.
Uh-oh, Grasshopper's in a bad way now. Black Knight just only able to fire a single large laser thanks to the heat being high, but it is dropping. What's the dragon going to do? Oh, he's just running. Right, I need to move my Grasshopper first. He has had quite enough. All right, let's hop over here. Right, which side is that again? The left side. So we'll angle the right side towards all this nasty stuff, and we'll go for a leap. I'm going to have to use Vigilance to clear that stability damage. So I'm going to use that. And then we're going to shoot this guy in the rear. You'll notice the rifleman's heat is up quite high, so we're going to cook him pretty nicely. There we go. You too, Zenith. So, Data King 1 says, I'm really liking the different colours for the different firing arcs. Very nice quality of life improvement. Yes, now I'll talk about that again
I'm here.
as I haven't mentioned it today, but you'll see these different coloured lines appearing depending on what position you are shooting the enemy from. So you'll see here a green line appearing into the rear arc of the rifleman. The red lines show you're shooting into the front arc, and the blue lines show you're shooting into the side arc. So there's all the different colours there. If you just look at the rifleman and the line pointing at the rifleman changing colour as I swap positions, you'll see. So that's a nice, easy, quick glance way of figuring out what angle you're shooting things from.
Roger.
Right, let's unload into the back of this rifleman. He's already hurt. Come on, Harry. You got this. Got the left torso. Searchlight destroyed.
Take that.
I thought I saw us destroy its searchlight earlier. Maybe he has more than one. Oh, look at that. 3 internals left.
Skipper.
We almost got him. I'm going to try to finish him off now. That's awkward. That is awkward. Okay, so to get an angle, I've got to go inside my minimum range. And if you look at the hit chances now, if I do that, unfortunately mid-core doesn't have much in the way of the skill that you know, makes my hit chances less bad when I'm inside a minimum range. So it's not really worth doing that for 33s and 28% chances to hit, which sucks, but it is what it is. So we'll have to make a different choice, and we'll finish that rifleman at a later date. Hold on, though. Let me have a look. We have already blown through the side, and his CT armor is very low. So actually a side angle shot will do just fine here. So we'll do that. We'll back away a little bit, and we'll just shoot straight into the side. We'll have to switch one of the PPCs off, lose a bit of heat. But there we go. Mech destroyed. Didn't need that rear angle shot after all. It's the kind of thing I normally miss when I'm rushing through stuff, streaming. I pay very little attention to what's going on.
I copy.
Right, so now what? I guess we'll keep pounding away at this dragon.
All weapons for go.
Sarge says, Harry for First Lord, vote.
Light damage, holding firm.
There you go. You got at least 3 votes there, Harry. Right. I want to kill this dragon. I also could really do with getting my grasshopper out of trouble for now, so we're just going to wander around behind this rock and just chill for a moment. Switch all my lasers back on, because I'll be using them all next time I fire. Do I want to use sensor lock? Yes, I do. In fact, no, I don't, because if I do, the dragon's only going to move anyway, so we'll just brace. Should have reserved Doyle, but I just wanted to get him into safety, really, because he's in a very bad way, and you know how much I dislike having to replace weaponry. Right, okay, Harry is pretty hot right now, and I'm not close enough to melee. Which side is hurt? The right torso is open, so I might actually come into this side angle on this dragon, see if I can do something about taking that torso off with Harry. We're not going to be able to fire everything, but we will fire a whole bunch of stuff. Let's turn off that 58%er and leave the rest on. See if we can knock that side torso off. Doesn't look like enough. There we go. So the Dragon 1C is a little bit scarier than it used to be in this mod, thanks to the improvement to the AC2. As I'm saying that, I'm thinking it is the one with the AC2, isn't it? Yes, it is. So AC2s, for those that may have been living under a rock for the last few weeks and missed it, AC2s have been improved in this mod. They now are up from 25 damage to 30. They no longer cause recoil, and they're a little bit cooler than they were before in terms of heat. Basically, it was a useless weapon system that nobody with any real sense of the game mechanics was using because it was underpowered. Now they are usable, and of course that means enemy stock mechs and vehicles and turrets that have them are that little bit more effective compared to what they used to be. which is also an interesting new problem to deal with. I think it's cool. I really like having a reason to use AC2s now. And of course, we had an epic mission last week where Sarge had to single-handedly finish a mission after all the other pilots in the Lance ejected. And he was in a rifleman, packing 3 AC2s and a couple of medium lasers. And, you know, prior to this mod, I'd have thought, well, I'm definitely screwed here. I've got to try and win this mission with AC2s. But of course, he managed to kill the last 2 mechs and bring the victory home, which was awesome. All right, that right leg is about to come off. That's not awesome. We're going to lose 4 heat sinks.
Orders.
I need to reposition in a way that hides that leg. But I also want to get a rear shot on that dragon. I guess that's as good as it's getting. We are very hot right now, so we'll have to turn another medium laser off. We're still firing 3 large into the back of this dragon. It is pretty nasty. Although it does help if you actually hit something worth hitting. It looks like we've spread the shots all over the place there.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Right. Doyle can, from the safety of here, behind his rock, he can fire into the back of this dragon as well. So I'm actually going to do that now. Hoping this kills him, to be honest. There we go. Dragon down. Right, 2 mechs left in this lance. No sign of reinforcements yet.
Yup.
Right, mid-core. Let's move him to the front line since he's got plenty of armor right now. He's a little bit on the hot side though, but we are going to fire a PPC and an AC5 into this Orion. He's only got the cover damage mitigation, and of course if the PPC hits, we impair his sensors. The PPC did not hit, so he's still got his best chance of hitting us. Hoping to reduce that a bit. Oh, that's got to hurt. That Black Knight finally managing to cool down enough from us flaming him earlier. And again, for those that may not already be aware, flamers are another weapon system that have been tweaked and changed in this mod. So they are now generating heat damage across 2 turns, as opposed to doing all of the heat damage up front in 1 turn. But the ammo requirement has been removed, so then they're no longer 4-shot wonders. There is now no ammo requirement on the flamers, but they are not doing as much upfront heat damage. I've played with them for the last 2 weeks, and honestly, you don't have to take my word for it, but in my opinion, they are very well balanced, very well balanced. So everything's looking good. Right, let's plough that firepower into the Black Knight. I'm hoping I didn't hit CT there, because what I want to do is remove side torsos and legs so that we get a couple of pieces of salvage out of him. But then again, it won't be the end of the world if we do screw that up, because I would equally like an Orion. But yeah, that looked good. I think we ploughed all of that damage into the right torso there. Nice. Right, who's getting battered now? Harry is getting battered, so we're going to back Harry away to here. We'll hide that right leg, as it's very, very damaged. And we'll just fire at this Orion with the 3 large lasers.
Firing. Ready to rock.
Right, I want to get in the side arc of the Black Knight. That's not achievable yet, so while that's not achievable, we're going to keep ploughing damage into the side of this Orion instead. I'm going to try to shoot a leg off, because again, if I can leave a couple of bits of salvage available out of this mech, that will make me happy at the end of the mission too. Right, Doyle is going to continue hiding for now, I think. Well, actually, can I go for a leap without getting spotted? Maybe if I go there. Which side is damaged? Left side. Ah, okay. So let's do that. I'm going to try moving this grasshopper around for a flanking position, but the reason I'm using the jump jets here and bracing is just in case he does start taking fire. He obviously took all the early game damage and is in a bad way as a consequence. So if we can avoid taking too much extra damage, that would be a good thing, at least until we're in position to pull off our flanking move. But I think that Black Knight sees what's on the horizon and has already repositioned a bit. He knows what's up.
On my way.
Right, we're going to shoot at the Black Knight's leg. We're going to aim for the leg, but we're not going to hit it at all.
I'm here.
Right, got to continue protecting the right leg on this Warhammer as well. This, of course, being piloted by Harry, who we all know by now as the lead guy behind this mod. Of course, he had a lot of help from other guys as well. But it is his vision that has been put into action here largely. And it seems like a pretty good vision to me too. I certainly enjoy it. Right, what should I do here? If I sprint, can anyone see me? Hopefully not.
Full throttle.
If we run fast enough, maybe we'll just be a blur. Yeah, I think the AI is well and truly fixated on shooting these guys at the moment. I don't think Doyle is in their line of sight. But I do know up on that cliff ridge they can see pretty far, so don't want to take too many chances. I'm going the long way around.
Standing by.
Right, the Atomic Crusher. I'll keep moving out, stay in this side arc of the Black Knight. We're not doing a very good job of hitting the leg that I'm aiming for over and over. Look, complete failure again to hit the leg. Never mind. The odds are not particularly great.
Confirm. I got you.
We've hit the head. Hoping for leg, but we've managed a cockpit shot. That Black Knight's running very hot again. He's down to firing vastly reduced weaponry.
You need me to hold still for you?
Harry says, I'm lucky in that Justin and Don and I have very similar ideas of what makes this game better. So they're three of the main guys that have worked on this mod. That is not all of them. There have been other guys as well as part of the team. I don't remember all of their names, I'm afraid. So rather than just mention one or two and forget the rest, I'm not going to mention any of you. I'll leave that to Harry. If he, I'm sure he remembers your names. But thank you to the entire team that's been working on this. I think it's a fantastic, well put together mod. And I'm sure you guys out there, once you get your hands on it and you have a chance to play it, I'm pretty sure you will agree and appreciate it just as much as I do.
Engaging target.
Commander?
Right. Got to keep hiding this leg. So, how about... No, that's too far. That's also too far. That's just right. Just getting the side angle on the Orion right now. I don't want to shoot either of these guys face on, ideally. Just want to keep shooting the sides, hoping that we get legs off. It is difficult when you don't have cool shot mastery to pull off the precision picking apart of a mech to get good salvage out of it.
Receiving you.
Oh no, I have run out of room. Run out of room in my cover to get side angle shots right now, so let's just reposition then this turn. Also gives us a chance to lose a bit of heat.
Ready. Let's move.
The AI is doing a pretty good job of positioning carefully. Doesn't want to get shot in the side, does it?
Can hit harder than that. Ready for orders.
Right, Harry has a side angle shot here onto the Black Knight though. So we'll go for that.
Position confirmed.
Switch the medium lasers on now. I can switch one of them on, so yeah, we'll do that.
Attacking from position.
Ah, that definitely got a couple of hits on the leg this time. Also hit that side torso as well though.
Target's taking a critical hit.
I'm hoping we do more damage to the legs before that side torso comes off, because once that comes off, one internal hit point left. Once that comes off, it, you know, very quickly escalates into the CT being blown off. Alright, how do I want to do this? I think I'll continue shooting my medium lasers from here into him for now. Pretty hot right now though, so we'll have to turn some of them off. Let's turn the lowest chances to hit off first. And we'll leave the rest. What's that? 4 medium lasers. Every little helps. He's panicking. Will we be able to get him to eject, I wonder?
Waiting for orders.
Right, now then. We can get side angle there, but PPCs are pretty terrible this close up. With this pilot at least. So let's see about melee attacking instead. I can get a side angle, so we're going to go for a side angle melee attack, since really only the large laser is effective this close up on my build here. So I'm actually doing more damage by going for the melee.
Light damage, Commander.
I didn't get a chance to see whereabouts we actually connected with that Black Knight, so I'll just have a quick look now. Okay, things are looking good now. We're definitely weakening those legs. I guess we just managed to punch the leg just now. Right, let's get mid-core
I'm rolling.
shooting into the side again with everything.
Firing.
Full alpha strike, and left torso destroyed now. Not what I was hoping for. Oh dear, now
Warning. Armor low.
now the Orion's attention has turned to the Grasshopper. Grasshopper is already in a bad way, as I said from earlier. 5 armor left on the cockpit, 39 on the right torso. Not looking good, is it? Now I wonder though if I can just go for a leap over here.
Engaging jump jet.
And we're going to brace to lose the heat. And the following round, we'll start cooking up an Orion, I think.
I'm here.
Unless, of course, the Orion decides to punch Doyle in the meantime. In which case, we might have to run away screaming, because Doyle's in a bad way already.
Copy.
Right, Harry's going to take a side angle shot into the Black Knight. And we're going to precision strike this. We really need to hit that leg.
I copy.
Left leg destroyed. Good stuff. That's what we wanted.
Reporting. Critical hit.
So it says, to all people who are associated with the making, improving, streaming and chatters of this game, I gladly and wholeheartedly give, and then he's used Garrison's hugs emoticon, whatever you call it.
Commander.
A huge line of them as well. Oh, bless you, Sarge. Right, Stompy Stompy or pull away? Yeah, no, it's not actually a good idea to try to stomp that guy while he's down. We'll end up destroying him less delicately than I'm aiming to. So instead, we'll shoot into the side of the Orion again,
Targeting Alpha Strike.
hoping for leg shots.
Confirmed.
And I need to get in that side arc of the Orion, but I can't from here. Maybe we'll just sit mid-course still. We'll hang tight, because that Black Knight's going to have to get up at some point. So I'm just going to reserve mid-core. Wait to see what the Black Knight does, because it's the last phase now, so he has to do something, and then we'll take a shot.
ready to rock.
Ah, curse you, Black Knight. He's moved in such a way that I can't get in the side. So what we'll do instead is we'll just sprint. We'll get position for future turns. Uh-oh. Luckily that evasion has saved Doyle there.
Warning.
The AC-10 round
Low.
whiffing past. Alright, let's go with Doyle first. Oh, which side is it again? Left side. Alright, let's be careful. Think about the angling.
Engaging jump jets.
Whee! Right, and shoot in the side. Although mostly this is about the flamers. Just trying to cook this guy a bit.
Engaging target.
Oh wow, we got a head hit. Nice. Right, Harry. Can we get into a side angle shot? Well, we can on the Orion, so I guess we'll go with that. I think because I can't twist to protect the side that I want to keep protecting, I'll just pull back as far as I can and hope that they ignore Harry because he's so far away. That's a leg hit. We've definitely got one large laser into the leg. Destroyed some AC-10 ammo.
Take that.
Black Knight giving it possibly one last-ditch effort at firing everything he's got. Atomic Crusher. Let's see if Atomic Crusher can finish the job here. And shall we go for the melee? Yeah, let's do that again because it's just easier for him at this distance.
Move into position.
Punching this right side, hoping that we hit the leg, to be honest. That looked like leg to me.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Panic level critical, but he's not ejected yet. 36 hit points left on that leg.
Yup.
This is one brave pilot in that Black Knight. He is not giving up easy, is he? We've already blown that leg off, so I need to get around the other side now. Okay, let's just again sprint with mid-core for now.
Kicking it.
Uh-oh. Saw this coming. There's the melee attack. Oh, he's crit a flamer.
Warning.
It's not destroyed, though. It's not destroyed. Right. Oh, we desperately need to get that leg off the Orion so that he has a real hard time melee attacking.
Commander.
Alright. Come on, Harry. You can do this, right? Get him there. So now we can angle him a little bit more carefully.
Confirmed.
And we're going to go precision strike. Try to finally take this leg off here. Switch those on because I'm out of range. Stops me forgetting to switch them on later. Come on. Yes! Leg destroyed. Okay. So now that Orion's going to have a tough time meleeing us. We should be able to stay in flamer range and not be at risk of getting meleeed. Right. Doyle, pull away. There. And we're just going to fire nothing but the flamers right now. Because, I mean, look, it's only 30% to hit that other leg, and I would rather kill him by legging or heating him up till he decides to eject. But what I don't want is for him to have the ability to shoot at me.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
If I can help it.
Standing by.
Ah, this Black Knight. This Black Knight. He'd rather I shoot him in the back than give me the opportunity on his damned leg. Look at him. He's driving me insane. He's doing this on purpose. Right, so Atomic Crush is going to move here.
Full throttle.
Mid-core is going to go stand on the other side of him. So whichever way this guy's turning now, we're going to get a side angle shot somehow. We've got Harry over here and a mech either side of this Black Knight. I'm going to reserve. Am I going to have to use Doyle from up on the cliffs? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, man, is Doyle even going to be able to see? Oh, Doyle's got bigger problems. Hold on, let me just see out of curiosity. Yeah, I could. So I could get Doyle there and get that side angle to try to finish the job. But rather than doing that, I think I should continue toasting this guy up while I've got the opportunity, because he's going to get up soon. So, yeah, more flamers, please. Keeping the lasers deliberately switched off.
Engaging target.
Heat critical. Nice. And then move here. Okay, let's have a look. Can I get... Oh, nice. I can just about get mid-court that side angle shot I've been searching for about 3 rounds on this Black Knight. We got it. All right, come on.
I'm on him.
Right arm, right torso destroyed.
You like that?
Leg not destroyed. I think we're only get... got hair in my mouth. There we go, I got it. I think we're only going to get 1 piece of salvage out of this Black Knight. Look at the state of him now. Yeah. So, I mean, I tried my best. We've done everything we could to delicately pick this damn thing apart. It's just not worked out for us.
Order.
So, yeah, it looks like it will just be a single piece of Black Knight in the end. Never mind.
I copy. Orders.
We can still try for the Orion, though. He is very hot right now. He's standing up finally. What's he going to do? He's not shooting. Good stuff.
Ready for orders.
Right. How's that leg gone? Which leg's still intact? The left leg is intact. Oh, that's good. That's the leg I'm about to shoot in with Harry.
Standing by.
Right, come on, Harry. We haven't got enough resolve to aim this carefully, but we're going to fire anyway. Chances to hit are not great at this distance.
Firing.
Oh, all 3 whiffed. Never mind. There's more where that came from.
Target missed.
Hey, the Dandy Man. How you doing today? Exciting news. The mod might possibly, probably, maybe will be released today. We hope. Let's go here. Really want to shut this guy down so he can't hurt me. And do I want to switch the lasers on? Nah, we'll just keep torching. Mech shut down. Nice. Cool shots coming up from the other guys. Assuming I can get line of sight.
Receiving you.
No, don't want to shoot him in the rear. I want to shoot into that
Yup.
side. Ah, boo. I can't get line of sight with the other guys. Never mind. Alright, I guess we'll have to deal with this Black Knight. Come on, one of you hit the leg. There we go. So we did kill it through legging in the end, but
Goodbye.
there's so little left of it that I'm pretty sure we're still only going to get 1 piece of salvage out of it. For those of you that are wondering why I think that, it's because salvage has been rebalanced a bit in this, so you don't automatically just get 2 pieces of salvage for legging a mech now. If you've completely obliterated every other part of it like we have just now, you will just be getting 1 piece of salvage. 1 piece of salvage is the minimum though. You can't get less than that for killing a mech, so you'll at least always get that.
Copy.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Oh my god, Sarge really is in a good mood. He says, to show everybody my appreciation, today for the crew's dinner I fixed a good old-fashioned New England-style clam bake. None of my special foodstuffs. Wow, actual edible food was spoiled, guys. Right, the Orion has just powered up. But this might be the last thing he gets to do, as I'm going to try to precision strike the crap out of that leg. There we go. Left leg destroyed. Mech down. Also the left torso.
Enemy mech.
Can't help myself with that overkill, can I? Right, the mission is
Mission
complete.
Successful.
All that remains is to find out if we got the salvage that I want out of it. I'll settle for a single piece of Orion and a single piece of Black Knight. We'll have a look. Lazy says, okay, where's the real Sarge? So, yeah, just a single piece of Black Knight up for grabs. Just for those that might not have seen it already, you can see mech quirks on these chassis. That is a new thing to this mod, exclusive to this mod as well, as I understand it. The mechs have quirks, which are awesome. It's a really cool touch, and it adds proper, serious individuality and character to the mech chassis. It's one of my favourite aspects of this mod, to be honest with you, the mech quirks. I think it's really cool. So the Black Knight comes with Command Battle Mech quirk, so +1 initiative for the whole lance until fired upon. We're going to take a piece of that, but as you can see with the Orion, we already have 2 out of 3 pieces of an Orion. So I'm going to take this and complete myself an Orion K as well. That's easy to maintain, so 25% faster repair speed, and also rugged, 25% maintenance cost reduction. Very handy. And you'll see from the mission that we destroyed a searchlight on the rifleman while we were playing, and you can now see what the searchlight does. Plus 25 meter view distance provided by the searchlight, but it does say it's easily destroyed, which it is. It's almost as soon as you get shot at with a reasonable volley, the searchlight will be blown up, which is completely understandable. And the Dragon has narrow/low profile, so it gets +1 hit defense, which makes it a little bit harder to hit, as is supposedly in the lore for its profile. And it's stable as well, so it's got increased stability. So if you get annoyed with being knocked down by LRMs, perhaps the Dragon is the mech for you to give a try, as it will stay on its feet where others will topple over. Right, so I'm going to confirm that salvage. We'll take all of that. We've got a piece of rifleman as well, AC-10, AC-5, medium lasers and a small laser. Not a bad haul, really. And yes, the salvage got fixed. Sorry for being quiet while I was on that loading screen. I was just giving the aircon a quick blast while I could. Even a few seconds of it honestly makes a difference to me at the moment. Right, so here we're seeing one of the new screens. I showed you this a couple of days ago, but with the new Argo upgrade that I've got that allows us to cobble together mech parts from different variants into one, we get this new screen comes up. Oh, excuse me, massive burp. But with this, we've already got 3 parts of the same mech variant, the ON1K. So we don't have the other options to build other variants because all of our pieces are just for this one variant. So that's what we will build right now. The way this works now is that will go into storage immediately, and you will need to ready it up from storage. If you are building it out of all the same parts, it will take me just a single day to ready up. If I'm building a variant that I've only got 2 parts for and I'm using a 3rd part cannibalized from another variant, it will take me 2 days to ready up, and so on. So the more parts you're cobbling together from other mechs, the longer it takes to ready up, as Yang has to bash things about a bit more to make them fit. Zidani Man is asking, does BattleTech Mod Manager update your stuff for you? If so, is the Commander Edition an update for what I already have? I don't know the answer to that question, Zidani Man. I'm afraid we'll have to hope Harry spots that one and answers it, because I don't know what the mod manager is. I don't use it, so I couldn't possibly say. What I can say is this mod is awesome and you should get it. But I don't know the answer to your question, I'm afraid. Maybe someone else in chat might. Yeah, I don't use the mod manager thing, whatever that is. Right, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, there we go. So Harry says, no, it doesn't, and Commander's Edition would require a new install of your mod folder. There you go. See, Harry knows what he's talking about. I didn't want to answer that in case I get it wrong, you see. I am not a programmer or a mod maker. I am just a streamer. I understand enough to make it work for me. Hey, Ruvian, how you doing? Good to see you. Right, where are we? We've got those repairs happening. We didn't lose any equipment. Oh, yes, that was right. We are getting ready to have an Orion, so I'm going to have to make space for that, aren't I? I think, unfortunately, as much as I enjoyed this rifleman, and as awesome as it was watching Sarge hero his way through the end of a mission in it, we're going to have to retire it to make room for an Orion. But there is the rifleman, as you can see. It's looking pretty cool. I think this model might have been updated as well by the looks of it, because the weapon hard points are looking far less ugly compared to what they used to look like. Although the AC2 barrels look a little bit weird right now. But yeah, I think the Rifleman's had a new model in the latest Community Asset Bundle. So just so you guys are clear, the Community Asset Bundle is not put together by Harry and his team. That's put together by the BattleTech people, and we have to use that in order to get other mods working with the extra mechs. It's the way it is, but that does mean we are at the mercy of whatever they choose to put in it. And right now, it looks like they've put in a new Rifleman model that has effed up AC2 barrels, so don't go blaming Harry and his mod team for that. I don't know who's responsible for it, but that kind of sucks. But the rest of it looks all right. Before there was like far too much kind of whitish grey on these weapon areas, and that's gone, so that's a positive. It looks much better there, but yeah, these gun barrels look really weird. It's like a tiny bit of the barrel at the bottom. Never mind, let's not dwell on that too much. It's going into storage anyhow. And we are going to bring out a brand new Orion. Do love this. It's one of my favourite weapons. One of my favourite mechs in the heavy category, the Orion. So looking forward to kitting this out.
Well, warmed up
to see if I've got the right stuff to make good use of it. Right, so all of this stuff is going to be ready pretty quickly. I might just wind time on, you know. Because I'd like to have everything available if I can. The Orion obviously won't be, because we've still got to build that. We're just readying that up, but I'm going to build it now. The Crusader 3L as well, the one with the jump jets. Also, that was a build that wasn't quite finished. We couldn't get hold of enough SRM6s to finish it at the time. So let me just check the store quickly, see if there are now enough SRM6s available. Nah, there's just 2s in this location. Ah, well, never mind. Check the hiring hall as well, just in case of streamer pilots. Ah, none there. Right, so the Crusader will have to wait, because we don't have the bits to finish that, I don't think, unless we've got them from doing missions. No, still lacking SRM6s. Oh well, that will wait. The Orion 1K, though, we can build. First things first. Am I happy with that paint job? Ah, yeah, let's go with it. Right. Get the armor levels set first. Okay, I think I'm happy with that for now. I think I'll end up reducing the armor levels further, because what I actually want to do with this is cram in 2 AC5s, just for fun. Oh no, it's the wrong variant. It's the wrong variant. This only has 1 ballistic hardpoint. Yeah, it's one of the other variants that has 2. So we'll just go with a single AC5 in that case. Or do I want to go with a 10? Nah, we'll go with the 5. Got 4 energy hardpoints. See how many large lasers I can get, because I've already got quite a few things with PPCs. So, I mean, that's very heat efficient right now. What happens if I slap in another large laser? It gets very not heat efficient. But we've got room for heat sinks. So buy another from the store.
New equipment available.
So how's that looking? I mean, that's not too bad. That's manageable. 3 large lasers and an AC5 is pretty good amount of firepower. I mean, just for those of you that might be screaming in your heads, like, look, I could do this, of course. I could do this and then add in more heat sinks and make that perfectly manageable, and I have extra heat sinks. But I want to mix up the weapons a bit. I want to use these new slightly adjusted ballistics, because again, you may notice that the heat level on that AC5 is a little bit lower than it is in vanilla. Same with the AC10 and the AC20, and of course the AC2. So hold on a minute, I've just spotted something. Harry, are you seeing that? Do you see that? Just that. I found one already. Yeah, he says seen it. Good stuff. Right, so let's get that ammo back in. And that is the build I'm going to go with. 3 large lasers and an AC5. And of course in vanilla this would be a little bit less manageable because that AC5 would be a little bit hotter, but I quite like the idea of this build, so that's what I'm going to go with.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Rubian, thank you very much. He says, so as I'm at work and can't watch Twitch, I'm using Chatty. Can't see the video feed, but I can connect to chat at least. Hopefully this is giving Doyle another view. Oh, bless you, Rubian. Thank you very much. A catch is saying Doyle's in the UK where it's too hot for their unair-conditioned asses. He's currently streaming in one of the speedos Sarge sent him. It's hard to watch. Count yourself fortunate. Vicious lies, Catch. Vicious lies. Right, let's do another mission. Do you know what? Let's not do another mission. Let's just wind time on. I want to use that Orion. I've got a brand new Orion. I want to use it, damn it. I love the Orion. Screw the money we're losing by winding time on like this.
That job you asked for, Commander.
We've got almost 5 mil. We'll cope. We'll survive it. Right, now I'm going to do a contract. We've got an assassination here against the Federated Suns. Sounds good to me. Let's crush some Fedrat scum. And it is in the name of my favourite Capellans as well. Although for this playthrough, in case anyone's wondering, we have a start with a background of Draconis Combine or House Karita. So that affected the starting pool of mechs that we had for the beginning of this career. And if you want to see this from the very start, then you just need to look on YouTube, search for channel_Doyle, and you will find my video archive. And there is a separate playlist for BattleTech Extended Commanders Edition. Check that out, and you can see this from the very beginning and see what we started with. In fact, no, it wasn't quite from the very beginning, because I started this series after playing a couple of days testing over the weekend, so you won't see the very, very start, now I think about it, but you do see it from very, very early on. So you will still see me with light mechs and such. Right, Orion, Warhammer, Marauder. Is that really what I want? Is that really what I want for this mission? Assassination? Yeah, do you know what? I think it is. Let's do it. Right, who are we going to take out for this mission? Highlands. Actually, go on. Let's bring out Team Toasty for this one. I haven't properly checked, but I don't think there are any super hot locations here. I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Oh, Ingress is out injured. I see. Ah, we'll be missing the sensor lock pilot from Team Toasty. So let's get a fill-in. Shall we take Harry? Let's use Harry as the fill-in since it's a special day and all of that. Where we'll finally have you lot get your hands on the mod. Fingers crossed. Right, so we've got the Orion, the Warhammer, and the Marauder. We'll have the Orion and the Warhammer up front, because they don't have too much to worry about with minimum range, although the Orion does have an AC5, but still has 3 large lasers. Right, I think that looks okay to me. Let's deploy. See what kind of nastiness this mission has in store for us. Thanks for that, Wolfsart. Apparently I had to allow that comment. Catch says Sarge's Karitan fetish has found its way into many streamer campaigns. Yeah. Yeah, well that is why, because it was 2 campaigns ago, I think. I started one as Karitans, just as a thank you to Sarge. He's my highest tier sub, so and obviously he's been around. He was one of the first to sub, along with Catch and Rylan. They are my oldest subscribers. And yeah, I thought I'd do one with a Karita background, because we know Sarge loves them Draconis Combine guys. And both of the last 2 campaigns ended up being quite short, because I was playing Urban Warfare DLC while BattleTech Extended was being fixed up to work with it. And then as soon as that was ready, I started playing BattleTech Extended 3025. So that was a second new career. And then as soon as Commander's Edition was ready for me to test live on stream, I immediately switched to this. So this is actually my 3rd Karitan background start in pretty quick succession. But it's because the other 2 I didn't really get very far with. So I thought we'll give it a fair shake. I'd never done a Karitan background start before. It's the first time for me, and I actually do really like the Panther, and that's something that's in their unique pool of starting mechs. The Panther models, 2 different Panther variants are possible to roll with a Karitan start, and I really love those as a light mech in the early game. I think they're absolutely fantastic. So I was quite happy to give my self a chance of rolling one of those. But every single one of the house starts is interesting in their own way. They've all got their own kind of specially formulated and rolled start values. So you know, you might have some of the same mechs in each of the pools, but there'll be different chances to roll various mechs depending on which house you've picked. You know, certain mechs are more common for certain houses than others. I'm sure you understand. Right. Oh god, a Stalker 4P. It's got no armor though, so hopefully we'll be able to rip this thing apart in very short order.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Yeah, I don't understand why that's a word that I have to allow. I know what it means, but it doesn't really seem that offensive to me. So it's a pretty common internet term by now. Maybe it's just offensive to Twitch. I don't know.
Commander. On the move.
Right, hoping to see bits fall off this thing pretty quickly. Preferably before it ever gets to shoot at us.
Solid connection on that one. I've been sensor locked. Try aiming next time. See what you get. Damage is minor, Commander.
Oh, did you not know what it meant, Catch? Okay. Catch learned something today.
Receiving you.
Right, what are you? A Vindicator. You're that 75 tonner that I want dead. And we'll keep pursuing that Stalker 4P. That is, for those that might not know, a heavy variant of the Stalker. Down-tunned a bit, but still pretty damn deadly with all that firepower. Ruvian says, I wonder if Snakes on a Dropship is the 3025 sequel to Snakes on a Plane.
Waiting for order.
I hope there are no snakes on our dropship. That would not be fun.
Location confirmed.
In fact, it's very unlikely, isn't it? Let's face it, if there were snakes on our dropship, Sarge would have caught them and cooked them and eaten them by now.
Firing full complement
Or fed them
on
to the
enemy.
crew. I'm pretty sure we're all safe.
Nice.
Lazy says, come for the robots, stay for the indecency.
Receiving you. On my way. Firing a full salvo. Hope we can salvage that.
Yeah, that's right, Lazy.
Confirm. 10-4.
Yeah, I saw all about that issue, Garrisoned. Obviously, I can't talk about any of what's being discussed right now in chat, for obvious reasons.
Firing.
Yes, let's just say I'm well aware of all of that.
Tango is trash, Skipper.
Yeah, what Ruvian's talking about, I think somebody put those two bits of footage side by side. They can be found on the internet for comparison. But yeah, I can't say any more, but you guys can. You guys can freely chat about that. Well, this first lance we've engaged are all really, really badly armoured, so this has made at least the beginning of this mission pretty easy, but there are reinforcements on the way, somewhere over there, and I would guess that they're going to have a bit more armour than this lot had. See if we can get a quick kill on this Shadowhawk by shooting it in the rear. Harry's going to go for the precision strike to the rear CT. Quicker we can get these early kills, the better, really. Oh, he's failed. He's let us all down. Too much time coding, not enough time in the shooting simulators, eh?
Yes, Commander.
Hey there.
I think he's going to need one of Sarge's special training programs. Alright, looks like we're going to have to take this guy down the hard way. But they do have ammo in the CT Shadowhawks usually, don't they? So, is this variant? No, this variant doesn't. Okay, we're not going to get an easy kill there, are we?
Heading out.
Hey, yup. I got you.
This guy just won't die, will he?
Ha!
I think
Like
I think we killed the Stalker 4P quicker than this Shadowhawk's going down. He's having none of it.
You need me to hold still for you? Receiving you.
Right, Harry, can you finish what you started? Oh no, because he's on the floor, so of course we can't shoot him in the back. Do I really want to reserve and give him another opportunity to shoot? No, let's not. Let's just blast him in the CT while he's down. I should get this over and done with, shouldn't it?
Engaging with target.
There we go. He's decided to eject. He's had quite enough of that. Right. We've got this other Shadowhawk, the 2D. Now, I think the 2D does have ammo in the centre. Yeah. No, he doesn't. No ammo. What's going on? Am I just getting very confused? Or is it another Shadowhawk variant?
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that I'm mixing it up with something else, but I swear I've seen Shadowhawks die in the past with ammo explosions. I don't know. Let's just shoot it anyhow. Let's go for coolant vent. Drop that heat. Keep up the damage. Want to kill this Lance as quickly as possible, especially since they're low armoured. Oh, headshot! Nice! That was quick. Morty Mayhem delivering what I asked for there. A quick kill to that second Shadowhawk. Right now, oh god, it's so nice having the mech silhouettes back. I have to say, it is awesome.
No retreat.
Right, so we've got this second Lance to destroy now. Let's get in position for that. I want to cross over and go for the cliff edge. Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I do. Let's not allow them to have the high ground. At least make an effort to go for it ourselves. Can I just sense lock one of them with Harry? I think I could do that. Let's do that, just in case we manage to get any lines of sight, get some early damage in. Who's the most likely candidate? That guy's behind a ridge line, so nobody's going to see him. So we'll try the 55 tonner. Oh, it's also poorly armoured. Wow, this is a low difficulty 3 skull.
Need something, Chief?
Alright, let's get Chronic Toast. Some line of sight for shooting. I think we'll go coolant vent.
Affirmative. Ready to rock. Roger that, Commander.
Let's drop some heat with Husker.
All weapons, go. Reporting. Critical hit.
Something I can do. Moving to position. Hey, Bob, you're gonna love it.
Nice. Poor Wolverine didn't stand a chance, did he? All that long-range firepower. So many PPCs as well. He got wrecked. So chat's discussing Dr. Disrespect at the moment and the incident, let's say. And where's it gone? Wolf's Heart comes out with, some people need a gimmick as a hook. The reason why Dawn does Speedo streams. Oh dear, Wolf's Heart. There might be an accidental death today. Oh man. I don't think I've worn Speedos since I was about 10 years old. I think that's the last time I had any. Right, I'm going to precision strike this because this guy's got a bunch of evasion and it'll up our chance to hit. And Harry's actually got pretty good odds. You know, he's got cool shot bonus at least. So we're aiming for this leg because if we can take this off and down him, it'll be a lot easier for everyone else to hit. And we have achieved that goal. We got the right torso off as well. An assassin is already very poorly armored, so seeing an assassin in that state of disrepair, you've just got to tickle it and bits are going to come off, and that is exactly what has occurred.
Good to go.
Now, hopefully the Chronic Toast can finish the job here.
Confirmed. Let's hit him hard. Target neutralized. Skipper. Aye, Skipper. Full speed. No target.
What's up, Commander? I'll make them dead.
Hey Cassian, how you doing today?
Heavy damage.
What is the orange circle on the ground? Okay, I will try to explain when I get to that. Is it showing now? Yes, there we go. So there are various extra effects in this game that come with certain mechs, and the area of their effect will be shown by these various circles. So I can't remember which one of these mechs has got what right now, so it could be that one of them's got improved communications or something like that, and that's what's being shown here. Some mechs have extra sensory equipment that cuts through ECM and so forth, so it'll be one of those. It's probably on the Wolverine, guess. I think it's looking centered around that, but I can't remember all the specifics of them right now. Harry might remember off the top of his head, I don't know. It's the Wolvie. Now if I click on the Wolvie like this, we will be able to see. So there you go. He's got improved communications. If you're ever unsure about what the effects are, you can just click on, you know, the target and then just read the tooltips here. So as you can see, what the effect, that area of effect is improved communication. So it's one of the possibilities that are listed. And it signifies a powerful communication suite that can thwart jamming, removes a sensor ghost stack from enemies within range. So that's one of the good features about this mod, is there are extra things in the game that kind of mitigate the overpoweredness of the ECM that was introduced in Urban Warfare, and gave the player a very powerful tool against the AI. It's you know, not as good in this mod, because there are things that fight against it that the AI can have, and you can have as well, you know. But yeah, so that's what that outline is there. So just remember that if you're ever not sure what effects things have, just you know, right click on the mech and you'll see the effects on the tooltips there at the top of the screen. You can cycle through them and see what it's got. So here we go. On the Shadowhawk, for example, it's got improved life support, which prevents 1 injury against a mech warrior. It's also a command battle mech, so it provides a 1 bonus to lance initiative until attacked. So you can see effects of mech quirks that have in-game effects, I guess, are viewable just like that. Hopefully that'll clear things up. Right, let's press on with Harry. Pretty slow going through all this woodland. Garrison says, can you give me a 30-minute warning to pop some pills to help with the coughing? Probably, Garrison. Yeah, I'll do my best to do that, mate. No worries.
Ready to rock.
Right, where are we? We're shooting up a Wolverine. It's almost dead. We've still got that assassination target to get onto, but honestly, the resistance here has been very low.
Let's go. Let's go.
both Lancers the AI threw at us here were very, very poor armor levels.
Receiving you.
I kind of feel sorry for them. But at least the assassination target will be fully armored. Let's hope it's something cool. We are fighting the Federated Suns. There's a chance it might be one of their rarer variants. There's always a chance that it isn't as well, but I like to look on the bright side until proved otherwise and hope that we're going to see something awesome. Right, I'm going to save up all my resolve because I want as much resolve as I can possibly have when I come to the assassination target. Of course, the first thing that I always want to do on that is shoot a leg off so that they can't run away. I don't think there will be anything like that, Cassian. I think the mod is basically done now. At most, there'll be, you know, 1 or 2 post-release bug fixes a couple of days after release, as is normal with things. But there won't be any more major changes, as I understand it, to the mod. It is what it is. So I don't think there'll be any weapon recycle times or things like that. I don't think it needs that, though, to be honest. My personal opinion, anyhow. I think it's awesome fun just as it is.
Copy that, Commander. Accuracy, true volume of 5.
Target destroyed.
Target down, Commander. Confirmed. I'm there.
Move order received.
I've just seen your line, Harry, about saying it's on the status bar of the map. Yeah, I remembered that as I was saying. Maybe you remember, so that's why I showed that off. Right, we've got an 85 tonner as the assassination target. Longbow, Battlemaster, Stalker. What do we reckon it's going to be?
Got it.
Yeah, I saw all that news yesterday, Garrison, about MechWarrior 5. Yeah, I mean, I pre-ordered it knowing I was going to buy it no matter what shenanigans they performed with it. And honestly, after being a PGI customer for so many years, I expected this. I knew they weren't going to hit their deadline. I knew there was going to be stuff happening. So yeah, I'm just going to stick with it's no surprise and no change to me. Right, we've got a Battlemaster BLR 1G DC. Interesting. So what's this thing got? Well, apart from all of that, there we go. So we've got initiative increased, max injuries increased. So that'll be from some kind of command module in it for being a DC variant. A command. There you go. It's got a command console in the head. This is our first encounter of a Battlemaster this playthrough. So that's pretty cool. Right, what's your cooled shot ability like? Oh, appalling. Absolutely appalling. Okay, we'll save that and we'll use it with Harry because his is actually good. We'll just fire randomly for now.
Target damaged. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
Skipper. I'm on him.
Orders. Firing on target.
But yeah, so for those that are wondering what we're talking about with the MechWarrior 5 thing, the release has been delayed. They'd initially told us official release would be in September and early access people would be able to play a beta version in August. Obviously, I'm pretty sure nobody is surprised that they've failed to hit their deadline. I don't think PGI has ever hit a deadline that they've said that they've announced in the whole history of me knowing about their company. I don't think they've managed it once, so I'm not surprised. These things happen, though, you know. stuff gets delayed, bugs happen, stuff needs to be fixed. It's par for the course. So I'm not mad. I was never going to be mad. Like I say, when I parted with my money for this, I expected all of this kind of stuff. So I'm not surprised and I'm not upset.
I'm on him.
The only thing I was a little bit irritated by was the Epic Games thing, because I was just hoping it would be on Steam for simplicity. You know, that's all.
On my way. Locking in all weapon systems.
But yeah, I'm not going to cancel my pre-order. I'll still get the game. I'll still play the game. So now they say it will release in December. So it's quite a pushback. It will release in December, and there will be some practice missions available for early access in November.
How's it going?
So that's actually less good than I was hoping for as well, but whatever.
Ah, yeah. Standing by. Moving to position.
Wow, nobody's hitting this leg I keep aiming for, are they?
Hey, yup. Acknowledged. Here we go.
Oh, for those of you that are wondering how I managed to type in chat while both my hands are occupied, that's actually Shell. She's accidentally typed as me instead of herself.
Moving out.
So, yeah.
Consider it done.
So, yeah, Shell said, Russ said, as they're a small studio, they can save a lot of money to put back into the company. Steam keeps 30% of the revenue, Epic only 12% of sales. So, yeah, it's a better deal for them, basically. So that's why they're going with them. I was just like, you know, I just prefer Steam for user convenience. Obviously, from a business point of view, Epic Games,
On the move.
you know, gets the seller a better cut. So, not going to hold that against them either.
Roger that. Ready for orders.
But yeah, no, as I said before, like I the whole time have expected, you know, a delay with the release of this game, so was not surprised to hear about it. And it's not going to make me cancel. Honestly, I'd be surprised if too many people do cancel their pre-order, because I think all those kinds of people would not have pre-ordered in the first place by this point. There's already a lot of people that don't have any trust in PGI after having played MechWarrior Online. So I think most of those people wouldn't have pre-ordered in the first place. And those that have are those, in my opinion, like me, that are either streamers or they're you know, they're just like, wow, whatever. I'll just buy the game. I'll play it if it's good, bad, or something in between, you know. And so a pushback in the release date is not enough to make those kind of people cancel a pre-order. So we'll see what happens. But I don't think they'll suffer too much for this. Like I said, I think people that would be the salty types already won't have pre-ordered at all from them.
Receiving you. Heading out. Got it.
We're just doing the worst job of taking this leg off.
Good to go. I copy.
Nobody's got cool shot bonus apart from Harry, so it's not even worth going for with the rest of them. I'm just shooting randomly. Just got to hope this guy doesn't get away if he makes a run for it. But we've got sensor lock and we've got long range weaponry, so I think we'll be okay if he does start legging it.
You got it.
Catch says it seems a little like when artists sign with a record label. No, Steam's way better than that.
Inflicted some nasty on that.
Steam's only taking 30%. That's a way better deal than any musician's ever had out of a record label. You want to see screwed? Look into the music industry. That's the biggest kind of screwed anyone can ever get.
Giving them everything I've got.
Oh, Catch says no, I mean the exclusivity thing. Oh, I see. Sorry, mate. I thought you were talking about the percentages. I'm like, what? No, that's a great deal. What are you on about?
Ready for orders. Aye, aye.
Well, there's no point in me legging this anymore, is there, actually? What's the point? We've blown off both side torsos. This thing's all kinds of dead. We're only getting one piece of salvage no matter what happens, so screw aiming for it. Just fire wildly now. There he goes. He's ejected. He's out of there. And that's the end of that mission. So we'll go for the single piece of that Battlemaster that should be up for grabs. We still don't have an assault mech yet. Oh wow, there's two pieces up for grabs in the end. Wow, that's surprising. Did not expect that. So here we go, the Battlemaster BLR-1G DC. Command console refit built in 2855. The Battlemaster was one of the Federated Sun's preferred mechs to install command consoles. Standard refits usually installed the command console on the BLR-1G, removing one heatsink and both rear-mounted medium lasers. Of course, obviously in this game, there aren't any rear-mounted guns, but there are in tabletop, and many of you play tabletop, so I'm sure you're aware of that. Right, there's an Assassin 101 as well. I've never had one of these, but I don't really want one either. They're going to be awful. But I'm not sure I ever read out a 101, so we'll do that as well. Keeping the top speed of the ASN-21, as well as its base weapon load of missiles, the ASN-101 is a rare Federated Suns variant that drops 2 jump jets and half a ton of armor to mount a trio of small lasers, giving the ASN-101 a much better close-in punch compared to its progenitor. So, yep, more support weapon hardpoints, basically, is what that amounts to. Just have a look what else is up for grabs here. Okay, right, so we're going to take the two Battlemaster parts. What else do we get? 2H, Shadowhawk 2H, and a piece of Stalker 4P. Nice. Well, we are on our way to having our first assault mech. I guess we'll have to keep fighting the Federated Suns, though, to complete that particular one. Oh, there we go. Harry says mod is released. Awesome. Shell, go live with the trailer, please. And link it in chat if anyone wants to see it. As I mentioned earlier, we did a little promotional video for the mod for those that might want to see it, or for those with friends that might get into the mod and don't know anything about it. Give that video a share around, see if we can help spread awareness of this awesome mod for BattleTech. Okay. Anything to fix? I don't think so. We kind of breezed through that, didn't we? No, we're all good. Excellent. Right, on to the next mission. Jailbreak. Yeah, let's do this recovery mission. That is a very low payout. We're going to be dropping Capellan rep. Maybe I should do this first. I should do this mission first before I tank my my Capellan rep by doing jailbreak. So we'll do this 4 skull. This could be fun. We've not done many missions that are over 3 skulls so far, and the difficulty is supposed to ramp up. But we do have a 4 skull lance now, so hopefully we're capable of pulling this off. But things can get nasty. So I want to take out a lance of pilots that have got a fairly reasonable level of experience. I'm going to take out these same mechs because we're doing a base destruction. So I want long-range abilities for taking out turrets. I also want sensor lock. Maybe I'll bring out lightning strike. Or should I? No, actually, we'll save them for the next mission because that's going to be a recovery, snatch and grab type stuff. So we'll save Black Cat's lance for that. I'll bring out the old boys right now if they're all available. Oh no, Roland and Sarge are injured. Oh, disaster. How many days are they injured for? Can I wind time on? Because they're my most experienced pilots. Nah, they're going to be out for too long. Okay, I'm going to have to reassess that and use a different set of pilots. But I need people that have got fairly reasonable stats to do a 4 skull. Because we've still been on slow pilot XP gain all this time. I thought I changed it a while ago to normal, but apparently I never did because I checked my settings when I was putting a video together recently, and they were still on slow pilot XP gain. But never mind. We'll make do. Well, in that case, I will use Black Cat's lance right now, I think, because hold on. Maybe I could use Team Pimp Slap actually. Yeah. So I want to save Black Cat's lance for the next mission. So I just think they're going to suit that mission style better. Team Lightning Strike, that is. So we'll bring out Pimp Slap. And is one of them injured? No, Don Zappo's there. So, yeah, we've got Emperor Krang, Gecko, Garrisoned, and Don Zappo all in for this mission. Now, Garrisoned has got Breaching Shot. I'm going to put him in the Marauder with the 2 PPCs and the AC-5. And we'll get Gecko in the Warhammer 6K. We've got Don Zappo in the PPC Large Laser Warhammer because that's got 3 weapon systems and he's got multi-target. He's not got Breaching Shot yet, but he can't be far off that. And that leaves Emperor Krang in the Orion. So we're good to go. This is going to be a tough one, but hopefully Team Pimp Slap are up for the job. Hey, Beef Nebula, how you doing? He says, hi, new here, love the stream. Well, thank you very much and welcome to the stream. Always glad to see new viewers. Catch says, I'm going to stop watching Doyle so I can go watch Doyle. That's not weird at all. So, to watch the promotional video. It's not perfect. I had to cobble it together in pretty short order, basically. So it's not perfect, but it gets the job done, I think, that video. I would have liked to have re-recorded certain bits of it, given more time, but and Shell's edited that together, so you know, all credit to Shell for spending what ended up being about 10 hours or something editing in the end. For it's amazing how much extra time it takes to put together, you know, a short video. You would be surprised. This is why it's all about Twitch, and YouTube is a mug's game, because Twitch, you just sit down and start broadcasting. YouTube, you can spend hours upon hours editing stuff. It's absolutely crazy the amount of work YouTubers put in. So respect to YouTubers that do proper YouTube videos, because that's a lot of work. Mine are just Twitch streams that just get slapped straight up there with very minimal editing. We do it lazy style here.
Command interface initiated.
Wolfsheart says, "Well, thank you, Harry. Now to wait 8 hours to get off work. Cough. Hey, boss, I'm feeling ill. May have to go home early." What do we got? A base over there.
Okay, let's get to it.
Garrison saying bot. No, I'm pretty sure Beef Nebula isn't a bot. He didn't follow it with, yes, this game is the best ever. I've already made an overlay for you. Download from blah, blah, blah. Pretty sure Beef Nebula is not a bot. If he is, he's an incredibly sophisticated bot. They suddenly got a lot better. Beef Nebula says, the vanilla is good, but the mod is super crazy good. It is. It absolutely is. It's so much fun. I think this is the most fun that can be had on BattleTech. I mean, obviously, RogueTech has loads and loads of stuff in it, but this mod is super stable. It's compatible with the Urban Warfare DLC. You know, there's a whole bunch of reasons why I think it's superior. It's, of course, just my personal opinion, but I'm entitled to my opinion. Just try and stop me from having it. So I think this mod is better than RogueTech. I will say it. Right, now these guys, what I've done here is I've taken the lance where nobody's got sensor lock. Great, so taking out those turrets is going to be a bit interesting, isn't it? Right, let's see what the mechs are. 70, 50, 70. Right, so first order, let's reserve to the final phase and see if any of them move a little bit closer. There we go. Grasshopper's moved into view already. That's good. Zidane Man says, stop! You've violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Right. Time to start zapping away at this grasshopper since we can see it.
Confirmed.
And he's got no cover out in the water like that, so we're going to be doing maximum damage, at least for now.
Commander. Acknowledged.
Wow, so we got a real good hit on the head of that grasshopper already. So we're now just crossing our fingers, relying on a little bit of luck from RNGs, and we might be able to cockpit shot that. But his CT's also cored. We've been very lucky with our shots on that grasshopper. Bear in mind, I've only actually fired at it with 2 mechs so far, and it was a fully armoured one. We've already opened CT and head. You can't really ask for much more than that, can you? Pretty good. Right, let's get Gecko on the job.
Scored a critical hit. Standing by. Position confirmed. Firing.
Die, grasshopper, die! He didn't die. Nobody listens to me, do they? Suppose maybe I should have said please.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Beef Nebula says, nowhere to hide for those kids, this should be quick. Let's hope so, because if these grasshoppers get close to me, it's going to get painful. Of course, while they are at a disadvantage in terms of cover, they are at an advantage in terms of cooling, so they are going to be able to keep firing at maximum capacity for a few turns, which could get pretty painful unless I take some of them down fast. So I am hoping this grasshopper will go down in this this next round.
Orders.
Oh, I love this new Orion build. AC5, 3 large lasers. Just feels like the right way to go on an Orion to me. Although I prefer it if the AC5 hit. Right, we look like we got a couple of large laser hits to the CT though. That grasshopper only shuffling back a little bit, going for firing everything he's got left. Hey Nigan, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. 5 hit points left on the internals of this grasshopper.
Ready to get it on. Time to unload.
Alright, that's got to be him dead. There he goes. Good stuff.
And that's the way we do it. my damage. Holding firm. What's up, boss?
Okay, who's next? Ah, we've got an Ossol. So worth showing you guys that might be new to things here. The Ossol, as you can see here, has a narrow/low profile, so provides a 1 penalty to all attacks against this unit. It's going to be a little bit harder for us to hit him. And he also has, if you can see here, an active probe ping, which is a special ability on the Ossol. So it's just like the Raven's active probe, only I think the range is a little bit smaller. So it says activated ability, uses firing action, performs a sensor lock against all enemies within its radius, as indicated by the spinning gold ring. Will go into cooldown state after use. So very similar to the Raven's active probe. And there are a couple of cool features about the Ossol mech. It is very much a sensory platform, and you can make good use of that if that's the way you want to go. All right. The way I want to go, though, is shoot up this grasshopper for now. The reason I'm sitting way back here is because if I start moving out into the water, the enemy base turrets will start getting into range, and I don't want to be getting shot by them as well. And the other thing is, often reinforcements can drop off on that little island in the water to roughly the west of our position, and so I don't want to get myself caught out in the open by reinforcements there. Not on this level of difficulty anyway. On lower levels of difficulty on this map, I will often move out into the water and just throw things to the winds of chance. But yeah, this little island here I was talking about. But on this level, I don't want to take any crazy risks and end up getting absolutely wrecked. So we will continue to hold the fort for now. All right, we're now getting a little bit hot. I know I could just move into the water to lose heat, but I don't want to do that because there's no cover there. And I'm still deliberately saving up my resolve right now. We're only just past the 50% where you start getting the extra chances to hit, or the gunnery increase, improvement, whatever you want to deem it. So I don't want to drop below that, having only just gained it. And we are playing quite a long-range game here, so our hit chances are going to be affected by how far away we are.
Engaging.
Noyan says, do you still plan to stream MechWarrior 5? Is that what's brought you here? The MechWarrior 5 news? Yes, of course I will. I will still be playing it.
Yes,
I'll still be streaming it when it comes out finally in December or November for the pre-order. Yeah, none of what the news was yesterday has surprised me. I already talked about this earlier, so Nigan wasn't here for that. But yeah, is anyone surprised? I don't think so. And I pre-ordered it fully in the knowledge that they were probably not going to make their release date. And it might not be the best MechWarrior game ever made, but I'm going to play it anyhow. We'll give it a try.
Position confirmed. Copy that.
But in the meantime, we've got plenty more BattleTech to play.
Something good.
And Harry's brand new Commander's Edition mod out only minutes ago today. I'm sure some of you are already furiously downloading that, looking forward to getting your grubby little fingers on it and start playing a new campaign. I know I was super excited about it when I first got my hands on it, and I'm still excited about it now, even after having had it for 2 weeks. This mod is so cool. It really adds so much stuff to the BattleTech experience. And I mean, I already said BattleTech Extended 3025 felt like an expansion to the vanilla game. It really did. You know, it was so good. It felt like an official expansion to the game. This feels like a sequel. Like this goes beyond an expansion. This feels like an upgraded, improved sequel to the game, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Roger.
There are loads of extra features. Obviously, the full inner sphere map being one of the coolest things. The Galaxy at War stuff, being able to influence the ownership of all of the systems on the inner sphere map. The quirks for mech chassis, adding individuality to the mechs, more flavor, more character. The pilot traits as well, meaning, you know, all of that stuff matters and really gives you different feels and different purposes and uses for your pilots. Some might be brave, some might be lucky, you know, some might be criminals. There's all sorts of cool features for your pilots, and so much more than that. Weapon quirks as well. Weapon tweaks, I should say, as well. Bringing some of the underpowered weapons more in line, and some of the overpowered weapons more in line. So LRM stability damage is no longer an overpowered, ridiculous strategy, and same with AC2s and flamers no longer being underpowered. They are now viable weapon systems. So there's so much. But I recommend you get your hands on it. Pick yourself a house, either one of the major or one of the minor ones from the vanilla game. So there are unique starts for the Oregons, also for the Canopians and the Taurians, as well as the major houses. Pick your start, get your random mechs rolled, and get your teeth into a campaign of BattleTech Extended Commanders Edition. It is the best thing out there right now, in my opinion, in the BattleTech mod community. It's so much fun. I think we're going to risk standing in the water for this round, because we can lose some heat and fire everything. We can afford getting shot for one round by what now is just 2 mechs. I don't think the turrets can reach us if I just stay on that coastline edge. So he's not even interested in shooting, is he? He's more interested in saving his skin. Okay, let's move Gecko here. This is where it gets a bit risky. I think I'll give him vigilance, will I? Yeah, I can afford to do that. No, I can't. That drops him down to 40%. I've misjudged things. Never mind. We'll fire anyway. So we've lost our bonus to hit right now because we've dropped down to 40%, but that'll go up by next round. Not the end of the world. All right. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. Ah, there we go. There's a spot that's in the water and gives us line of sight.
Moving out.
Thought I wasn't going to be able to find one for a moment. I want to keep up maximum firepower here, which is why I have stepped in to get that extra cooling while we continue to batter this grasshopper. No worries, Sarge. I hope you feel well soon, mate. Stop eating roadkill is the only advice I can give you. But yeah, joking aside, I hope you feel better soon, mate. And I hope to see you next week on Tuesday for some more BattleTech. That will be when my next stream of this is after today. Right, we can't get Garrison to position that's in the water, so guess we'll just go with being close to the water, and we'll just fire a single AC5 while we cool down a bit. That allows us to lose a whole chunk of heat there.
Engaging target.
Right. Who's next?
Garrison says, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. True in many cases, isn't it, that? But yeah, I'd much rather they delay the release of MechWarrior 5 and make it better for it than rush it out and it have loads of problems and people say, oh, this is awful, give it bad reviews, and then it never really takes off. That would be a shame. Because I do love my BattleTech based games, and I would love to see more of them. And that will only happen if BattleTech based games are financially successful. Of course, companies will not pick them up if they're a disaster.
I think I hit something good.
Well, we all know what to blame for Sarge's stomach bug. It was definitely that Speedo stew from a couple of days back. That's what I'm putting my money on. Glad I didn't eat any.
Affirmative.
Yeah, Garrison says BattleTech's been pretty successful. It certainly has, yeah. I mean, I would still hope that it gets bigger. Obviously, we all know, those of us that stream it, that Viewing numbers are nothing like the numbers that a lot of other games can get, and I would love to see that grow. I'd love to see more people get into this awesome game and the mods that are available for it too. But hopefully the more BattleTech based games get released, the bigger that audience will grow gradually over time. We know, like, the core audience that's always loyal, always there for this kind of thing. Most of us are pretty old, aren't we? And a lot got into BattleTech way back in the early days, in the 80s, and are still into it now. So what we need is to bring in some young blood, catch some new people's interest, and get them into what is an awesome universe and setting for games. As I've said many times before, I never played the tabletop. That passed me by, but I've always found the computer games absolutely fascinating. I love the level of detail. There's so much goes in. The customizability, that is one of the best things for me about BattleTech-based games. Just having all of these different chassis, all of these different weapons, and being able to customize what I have and how I use what I have in any which way I like. I've always been a huge fan of that aspect of BattleTech-based games, and I hope that continues. But yeah, I'm sure other people, if they gave it a try, would be just as interested in it. But I think there are a lot of people that this stuff, goes under their radar at the moment. So hopefully I'm doing my little bit in my tiny little corner of the universe to raise awareness and try to get some people into this by showing it off and streaming it. But obviously, I would love to see the numbers grow.
Let's see how you like this.
No worries, Catch. Enjoy your lunch. And don't eat the Speedo stew. All right, now, of course, we are getting battered by those turrets, and already you're seeing sniper turrets firing at me. They've got the PPCs and the AC2s, and with the new improved AC2s, sniper turrets were already scary. Now they're super scary. Really, really, really scary. Those improved damage AC2s really worry me. Like, I've been pounded by them so much in the past. It's only 5 extra damage per AC2, but there are 4 of them. Oh god, what's happening here? This is exactly what I didn't want. We're caught in the water and the reinforcements are in. What are they? There's a Warhammer, a Stalker 4P, and an Archer. Oh, this is a massive disaster. Run away! Run away! Retreat! Everybody! Okay, let's fire at this guy, the Ostsol. And then my other 3 mechs are going to start beating a hasty retreat. Not before they take some damage, though, I think. Okay, this is all on Gecko at the moment. Oh, man, if only I had a jump jet mech at the front right now. That would make for a much quicker extraction. Gecko's going to have a tough time getting out of here alive. As for the rest of them, we're going to go with... what should we go with? Hasty retreat or firing retreat? I think we'll go with a firing retreat first of all. While we've got some stationary, unprotected targets, we've got just as good a chance of hurting them as they have of hurting us. I'm going to have to use my resolve on vigilance, though. Get the protection. And the Stalker, I think, will go first. I think that scares me just a little bit more than the Archer right now. Not much in it, though. But yeah, we'll start on the Stalker.
Firing.
Get some maximum damage done. Oh god. Oh god, Gecko. Oh no, don't lose Gecko. Not like this. That's because I said the Stalker was scaring me slightly more than the Archer, isn't it? And the Archer's like, I'll show you. I'll show you. Look at what he's done to Gecko's legs. Look at what he's done. We might have to eject Gecko before this mission's over. I can see that coming. Right, Emperor Krang, shoot the Stalker. Do I want to give him vigilance? No, I need to save the last of that resolve, don't I? Need to use that on Gecko next round. Ouch.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Okay, the Stalker has moved now.
Good to go.
Garrisoned. Keep falling back. Keep doing that damage.
Firm.
Okay, the Stalker's well protected now. But we do have a side torso that's open. But then again, Garrison's got breaching shots, so we can just get around this problem. We'll pump one shot into each of these targets. So I want the PPCs on the Archer and the Stalker. And the AC into the Warhammer. So I'd rather the Archer and the Stalker that have way more firepower and missing their shots than the Warhammer. Famous last words, I'm sure, but anyway. Right, breaching shot coming up. There we go. First one hits. Second one hits. Excellent. Now just the AC5. Come on, Garrison. You got this, buddy. Yes! 3 hits. And Searchlight destroyed on the Warhammer as well. Excellent. Couldn't ask for more than that. So the Searchlight, of course, gives mechs a plus 25 meter view distance until they get shot a bit, and then it gets destroyed, and they lose that bonus.
I can't take much more of this.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Really hurts.
We've lost some heat sinks. Those sniper turrets. Okay. Gecko's head in a bad way. I don't want to reserve Don Zappo. I want to do as much shooting as I can as early as possible to try and rob these guys of weaponry. Let me have a look. Is that likely? Is that possible? Actually, at the very least, sensor impairment is going to help me out, isn't it? If I get even just a couple more PPC hits to throw off their aim. So what am I going to use it on? The Stalker's got a 40% damage reduction, so I guess we'll fire at the Archer this time.
Copy that.
Don't miss the PPCs. We got a couple. Yeah, that's good. That's good. A few more sensor impairments on their Archer. Right, Gecko's got to move first. What can we achieve with Gecko? Which leg is damaged? Is it the right leg? Good. It's the left leg that's going to be facing the enemy here. So giving him vigilance, so he's got a bit of protection, and sprinting him away.
Understood. Moving fast.
He's going to keep sprinting. Hopefully, I'll be able to keep him in the game and use him right from the back of the force with those large lasers later on, but we'll just have to see what happens. Taking a big risk with Gecko's life here because obviously his cockpit is open. And 11 hit points on the head. He could die if he gets hit in it again. Well, he will die if he gets hit in it again, I think, with anything of a certain caliber and upwards. Right, yeah, we'll keep the fighting retreat for now. We're about to hit cover. And I'm going to shoot the Archer.
Firing all weapons.
The reason I've switched to shooting the Archer right now is because I can do slightly more damage to it. It's only got the 20% damage mitigation for being in cover. Both the Archer and the Stalker are big threats. So either one of those going down would be good. Of course, the Archer's being smart. He's backed out of my view now.
Yes, Commander.
He's going to sit back there firing missiles at us for the rest of the mission, isn't he? Right, Garrison has now reached cover. Going to go for another multi-target here. And how do I want to do this? Yeah, we'll switch off the AC5. We'll fire a PPC into each.
Engaging multiple targets.
Using that breaching shot. There we go. We got the right torso off the Stalker. That was a key shot there. And the stray shot. He whiffed the Warhammer, but the stray shot went into the Stalker. So we got double effect of that breaching shot on the Stalker there. That was very lucky. I actually am very glad that he missed the Warhammer and hit the Stalker instead with that second PPC. Garrison doing good work there, even when things are going a little bit wrong.
Reporting major armor loss.
Garrison says, I didn't whiff, it was just as planned. Yeah, we'll go with that. Played for and got. Right, Gecko, get out of there, buddy. Get out of there. Vigilance, sprint. He's going to get shot in the back, but do you know what? He's actually got armor in the back, so screw it.
Affirmative.
At least they can't shoot him in the cockpit by shooting into the back of him.
Ready for orders. Moving out.
I know I really should take the time to try to lose some heat, but I don't feel like I can afford to do that right now. I just feel like I need to keep up the damage and take as much weaponry off these reinforcement mechs as I can. Most of my guys, in fact, maybe all of my guys are now out of range of the turrets. So at least that's not going to be a headache anymore. But let's not forget, there is still an Ostsol back there. That's what's just fired at Don Zappo. We didn't quite finish the full 4 mechs of the base garrison lance.
Commander. Coordinates received.
Don Zappo can't quite reach the cover, but never mind. Maybe he'll blow the left side off of this Stalker. No, better than that. He's made the pilot eject. Great stuff. Stalker down. Okay, so we're going to have a real hard time getting at that. Emperor Krang's Orion is now open. Getting at that Archer, which just did all of that damage, because he's going to stay out of our line of sight, at least until we kill this Warhammer, and possibly until we kill that Ostsol as well. So the AI will use spotters and stay out of view and out of range with support mechs with the better AI, which is good. It's good that the AI does smart things. Right, this time Garrison's just going to fire an alpha strike since there's only one target. We've got another couple of sensor impairs.
Yes, Commander.
Right, Gecko is making it to safety. Where should I place him? I think there should be okay, actually. We'll go for a brace. I have to be very careful with him for the rest of this mission. Right, we now can't see anything to shoot at, so I'm going to reserve to the final phase. See if we can encourage someone to come into view. Hopefully this guy. Oh, the Archer's moved. Oh, we've been really lucky there. It's a rare occasion where the AI is actually choose to move everything in the previous phase. More often than not, they'll just go, oh, you've reserved? Fine, I'll reserve as well. And then everything acts in the final phase. I mean, you still can get an advantage out of doing that, out of having everything act in the final phase. So it can be worth doing. But this time we got super lucky, and we have certainly got ourselves an advantage right now. Right, I need to position carefully because we've got an open left torso on Emperor Krang right now. We need to shoot this Warhammer next. Luckily, he's moved out into the water, so he's got no defense right now.
My mech's coming apart.
Who's coming apart now? Don Zappo's right arm. Okay.
Good to go.
Well, let's show the left side then.
Position confirmed.
Got to spread that damage around, haven't we? Alright, his chances to hit are really low at this range. That's a shame.
Firing on target.
Just managed a single hit with the large laser. Oh, was that from an AC turret? I was reading chat as usual. You see, what I do is I do my turn, and then I start reading chat. I never really see what the AI is doing. When I play this on my own, I pay so much more attention. You wouldn't recognize my playstyle when I'm not streaming this, because you guys just get to see my my minimal attention version of gaming. But yeah, so I don't usually see what the AI does. I'm just kind of reacting with what's in front of me every time. So it really does help me on the occasions where you guys in chat give me that little bit of extra information and say, well, actually this happened. Don't worry, I don't actually find that patronizing at all, because usually, more often than not, I haven't seen it. So I'm like, oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
I copy.
We are running out of armor, but
hit, Commander.
the enemy is also running out of armor. So if we can just get these last 3 mechs down,
Yes, Commander.
killing the turrets should not be too tricky. Although, that being said, we don't have sensor lock in this Lance. So we are going to have to use someone to spot turrets, but we just need to play things carefully so we can whack the turrets pretty quickly. You know, as soon as we uncover a turret, we need to make sure it goes down so that the AI isn't able to fire all of that nasty snipey stuff at us. Alright, we've knocked down that Warhammer. Should make him easier to kill. That's right, Lone Man Wolf. That is bang on. He says, little known downside of streaming. Half the time you have no idea what's going on with what you're doing because you're trying to stream. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, we could all just sit here and power game, couldn't we? But that's not very entertaining. I've said before, like watching a guy that's like silent and just nose pressed against the monitor in full concentration is not really my idea of entertainment. I think it's more interesting to have a conversation going with chat, to be talking about what's going on and enjoying yourself rather than being super sweaty try-hard mode. Of course, there are some people that do that and some people that like to watch that, but I don't think that's the majority of people. Right, time for the Archer. We've gotten rid of the Warhammer now. Just 2 mechs remaining. One being that Ossol down there, but the Archer is a bigger priority for me right now. We're going to try to get rid of him. Getting low on AC5 ammo at this point.
Right. Who's next?
It's not quite as bad as that, but Wolf's Heart says gaming on stream is like juggling plates while riding a unicycle and doing surgery at the same time. I think we're doing surgeons down a little bit there, but I'll agree with the rest.
What's up, boss?
Right. Yeah, Garrison is going to stay on my front line, I think. And why am I losing it? Oh, because I've got a PPC switched off. Let's turn all 3 PPCs on. Fire a full alpha into this Archer. Oh, are you talking about the ejection quotes? Yeah, they are pretty funny, aren't they?
Damage is minor.
Lone Man Wolf says, that's what we're missing on Twitch. Surgery streams. Oh my god, vomit.
Orders?
That would certainly turn my stomach, I think.
Got it.
The reason I switched there to just fire the 2 PPCs and just turn off the large laser is because I figured I'm better off gaining a bit of heat and firing both PPCs at this Archer while it's still going to have plenty of chance to fire those LRM-20s. Because the more of those that I can cause to miss, the better, really. Because it really does hurt the firepower this thing has. An ejection quote for Sarge, says Wolf's Heart. You'll never take my Speedos.
Waiting for
Oh, what a shame he's not here to see that line. That's great. Oh, crap. What am I doing? No, don't move Gecko to the front line just to get a line of sight on another target. Keep Gecko at the back. He's in bits. So we'll just fire at whatever we can, which right now is the Ossol. Oh, you got a CT hit. That'll do. So Garrison was asking, is it possible to put custom quotes in for the panic ejection lines? And it is. Harry says if you check the basic panic directory, you'll be able to find the relevant file to edit. But I recommend only play with that stuff if you know what you're doing. I don't recommend meddling with things if you have a poor understanding of these things, because Harry and his team are not available for tech support. They make the mod, they put it out, but they're not here to help you if you're meddling with things you don't understand. Just a friendly, polite warning there. I'm pretty sure now this is out, Harry's going to go dark for a while and have a well-earned break, because he's not stopped since, if you remember, when BattleTech Extended 3025 first started being worked on. Now, I started streaming that, what, like 6-7 months ago, something like that. Harry's not really had a break from working on mods for that long, so he really needs one at this point. He's certainly earned it, and I'm sure none of you will begrudge him having a little AWOL time now that Commander Edition is released. That being said, I do think there will be a small patch for any minor fixes that need doing over the next couple of days. But after that, do not expect Harry to be at your beck and call for tech support. He's probably going to bury himself in a hole somewhere, close all the curtains, and actually, for the first time in a very long time, maybe even enjoy playing his own mod.
Standing by.
And I'm sure none of you are going to be mad about that.
Standing by. Confirmed. Engaging.
Yeah, Wolfsart says, I hope he actually gets to play his own mod for once. Yeah, he's obviously played little bits of it for testing along the way, but it's just not the same. It's not at all the same as playing it for enjoyment and playing a campaign through. It's a far cry from that. So, yeah, I hope he does have time to enjoy his work now, because it is a really well put together project, very enjoyable, and you know, as usual, I've been able to enjoy playing it the most, thanks to, you know, getting early access to it and streaming it. So I feel well qualified to say it's a lot of fun, and I'm sure he's going to enjoy playing his own mod when he finally gets around to it.
Moving out. Confirmed.
No, don't shoot at Gecko. Please don't hit the head. Oh my god. Oh man, that was tense. I was really worried. I thought we were going to lose Gecko. Right, we've got to finish that guy. We've got to finish that guy right now. He's still got an LRM-20 launcher. We cannot allow this.
Firing.
Fire. Keep firing until the archer melts. Uh-oh.
I took a critical hit.
Almost lost a piece of Emperor Krang there. And that right arm is all kinds of screwed now. Running out of ways I can angle the Orion now. What about Don Zappo? I suppose he's got slightly better condition. Oh man,
Waiting for orders.
tricky. Okay. He's running hot. I'm risking things here, moving into the water so I can just fire everything. This guy's CT is almost gone, so let's try. Hold on, let me just check. Minimum range and all that. Yeah, no, that's good. Let's try for this. Come on, I just need one of you weapons to hit the CT. Please, just one of them. No! Damn it. Oh, he's ejected, though. He's ejected. Game over, man, he says. He's gone. Okay, so that kind of worked out, I suppose. We'll take that as a win. Right, next. I want to try to nail this Orion. This Archer, I mean, with my Orion. And just hope the Archer doesn't shoot at him. We can do one more precision strike. I think we're too hot for that extra laser, aren't we? Yeah, okay. Screw it, we'll aim for the leg since the leg's almost gone. Only 18% chance, but you never know, we might get lucky. We did get lucky! Leg gone, okay. Whew.
That's a kill.
Oh, sigh of
All out
relief.
of
We have
85,
gotten
man.
through all of the mechs this mission is going to throw at us. Now we've just got to take out the base turrets, but we have a lot of mechs in bits. Garrison's Marauder is in the best condition, so he's going to lead the charge. We've still got to kill all those base turrets. Do I want to move Gecko up? I
Locking in
suppose so.
coordinates.
Oh, we're out of AC5 ammo there on the Orion. Yeah, we've still got to kill all those base turrets. And that could be a tricky and delicate process because they are very threatening and we don't have sensor lock. So I'm going to have a hard time, because obviously I can't just sensor lock and stay out of the turret's range. I've got to actually move someone close enough to get a visual on the turret and then shoot. Right, there's the first one showing up.
Roger that. Move order received.
Got to be very careful how I do this. If we misjudge even a little bit, we could be in a whole world of trouble. Right, so I'm going to move Garrison
On my way.
here, just a little bit of a shuffle. Okay, first turret's a heavy shredder turret. We're fine for the range on that. What we're not fine for is if that's spotting for these nasty sniper turrets. So we do need to make sure this dies before the turrets get their initiative phase. They are in the final phase, and we've got heavy mechs here.
Waiting
So
for orders.
we have got every chance of pulling this off.
Location confirmed.
Where it gets trickier is when we're trying to take out both these turrets, because we kind of come into view of them at the same time as each other.
Copy that.
Right, heavy shredder gone. Good stuff.
That turret is gone.
Garrison says, I wish I was feeling better. I'd have a 12-hour stream to celebrate launch of Commander's Edition. Ah, don't worry. You do enough 12 hours, buddy. I'm sure people would be happy with even a 1-hour stream of it. And any extra footage of this mod right now. Let's do this carefully.
On my way.
So things are going to take a little bit longer because I'm being super paranoid cautious here, but I'd rather do that than end up losing a pilot or losing equipment when our mechs are in
Good to go.
such a condition. Right. Okay, that gets me view on a turret. You will be the next turret we kill. What are you? Heavy sniper turret. Yeah, you see, look, 4 AC2s. Now that they do 30 damage each, just that much scarier. Just in case things go wrong, should I pop vigilance? Nah, Garrison can take one volley. We'll save it. So, last AC5 round coming up.
Affirmative.
Scored a hit with it. Nice.
I'm black on AC5 ammo.
Harry says, I don't want my mod in the newspaper for killing you, dude. Oh, he never said that to me. He cares more about you, Garrison. Right. So staying out of range with Don Zappo. We're going to try to zap this turret.
One less turret.
Garrison says, I'd get lots of follows for dying on stream, though. Oh, my God.
Receiving you.
The sad truth is you probably would, wouldn't you? Disturbingly enough.
Acknowledge.
Enemy
Not many
structure
subscribers, so yeah. So sorry. No. Probably not.
Waiting for orders. Moving to position.
Then I'd have to try and put myself through a 12-hour memorial stream for Garrison. I'm telling you guys, I'm pretty sure I can't hack a 12-hour stream anymore. I'm too old for that.
Enemy
It
structure.
would just destroy me. But if Garrison died, I'd have to try, wouldn't I?
Target destroyed.
Yes, Commander.
Right, now we want to reveal the next turret. Where's a safe spot for that? That's the only spot, I guess.
Roger.
Another heavy sniper turret. We're now out of AC5 ammo. Going to be out of that on everyone that's got one pretty soon, I think, if we're not already. So the Orion had one. Yeah, that's already out of ammo.
Commander. Scanning out. Firing.
We get this turret down. There will be one more after I've killed that, and then we can just kill the buildings with impunity. I'm not really worried too much.
On my way.
But sorry if you just wish I'd hurry up and get on with this and get on to the next mission. But I don't want to lose stuff here, so we're being careful.
Turret
It was a
destroyed.
tough fight. This mission, we had to fight a lot of stuff.
Affirmative. Confirmed.
I think this is actually our first 4-skull mission that we've done on this career. I think we did a 3.5 last week or a few days back. Forget now. But this is the first 4-skull. We got lucky with it. I think it wasn't a massive challenge. You know how things can be sometimes, though. They can be very varied in difficulty in this game. Sometimes you get screwed, sometimes you get lucky. We got quite lucky on this one. There were no assault mechs, just a whole bunch of heavies to deal with, as well as, of course, these base turrets.
Receiving you. Aye, aye.
But this is the last turret about to go down, and then we can breathe a huge sigh of relief. Ah, there we go. We got through this. Nobody died.
That turret is gone.
Good stuff.
Yes, Commander. Roger that.
Okay. Let's we'll do a full alpha on that building. The other one won't take so much to kill. Right, garrisoned, if you're there, buddy, I'll give you your 30-minute warning now. So I don't want to carry on for too much longer now because I'm dripping, basically. I'm very, very uncomfortable.
Affirmative.
Shall we finish this off with some finesse? A PPC in each building. Oh, no, we can't. One of them's on 70 hit points. That's a shame. Nearly finessed it. Right, let's give Gecko the honor of finishing this mission.
Acknowledged.
Since he came closest to death. 11 internals left on his cockpit. He had a rough one.
Affirmative.
But there we go, mission complete.
I'm coming in hot.
Hey Alto, how you doing, buddy?
Commander.
The mod is out today. It's on Nexus Mods now. I recommend downloading this. Don't forget to get the latest community asset bundle first, but download and install this mod. It's absolutely fantastic. Plus Harry made it. Well, Harry with help from other people, but I'm saying that because Alto, you know, knows Harry like I know Harry. So it gives us a little bit of an extra reason to want to play it. We, of course, all used to play competitive MWO together many years ago now. Oh, Alto, since I'm out of pilot bursts, I named a Jenner after you. I assume you'll approve. As soon as I get hold of a Jenner F, I'm gonna name that after you instead. But right now, you're a Jenner A, I think. Right, we're taking that 100-meter rangefinder for sure. It's the first one of those I've encountered. That's going to be awesome. If I can slap that on a mech that's already got a searchlight as well, we will, in the early stages of the game at least, get a massive view. Just checking the weapons. I need SRM6s, but I'll just roll the dice on those because what I also wanted is another grasshopper for my grasshopper lance. So I'll take a single piece of that. I know there are 2 up for grabs, and I could complete one if I took them both, but it's not very often you see a plus 100 meter view rangefinder, so I'm going to take that. I really don't want to pass that up. So let's confirm. See what RNG's gives us. Piece of Stalker, piece of Warhammer. Oh, we did get an SRM6. I still need one more of those before I can finish the Crusader, though. A for Alto, he says. Yeah, I suppose that's appropriate, isn't it? Because I remember the Jenna F was your favourite, so I thought, oh, I'll do it for that. But yeah, the Jenna A works, doesn't it? No worries, Redburn. He says, off to install Commander's Edition. See you all on Tuesday. Have fun with that over the weekend. And you'll have to let us know what house you picked and what mechs you got. Yeah, one thing to mention for those of you that might not be aware, Commander's Edition will not be compatible with old saves or saves for other mods and things like that. You will need to start a fresh campaign, and while this is installed, your other saves will not be accessible. But honestly, it is well worth it. Well worth it. Right, I think we'll build that Warhammer 6K out of our cobbled together parts. I think the 6K is a decent Warhammer variant, in my opinion. So we'll set Yang on that. Oh, that's good. So you got a refund from that computer part. So it was broken, was it, in the end? The 2070. Oh, that sucks. At least you're getting a refund now, eh? Get yourself a bit of hardware that actually works this time, fingers crossed. Right, I need to do my repairs, actually. Why am I going straight into contracts? We're going to do that jailbreak, and I think the jailbreak will probably be my last mission today, which is why I've given Garrison his 30-minute warning. Finishing quite early today, but it is stupidly hot still. Not as hot as yesterday. I mean, yesterday I couldn't stream at all. Yesterday was so ridiculous. Hottest day on record for most of the UK, and certainly felt like it. But I'm looking forward to being able to get our air conditioning turned back on, because if it was on right now, you wouldn't be able to hear me talking. All you'd hear would be so that's why I have to sweat and suffer while I'm streaming. But as soon as I finish, that is definitely going on. Right, I just want to check the quirks on this mech. And here we go. Another way of checking the quirks is to just hover over this little bit here where it says Brawler and Close Assault, where it talks about the mech's combat role. If you just put your cursor over it, it will pop up with the mech quirks while you're in the actual mech lab modifying your mech. And the reason I want to see what this mech has is because I'm looking to see if it has a searchlight, and I couldn't remember off the top of my head. So, of course, you can now see in this yellow text that it does have a searchlight, so plus 25-meter view distance. So, while I'm refitting the heat sinks that got blown off this Warhammer 6K, at the same time, I'm going to pop in a 100-meter view rangefinder. So now this will see 125 meters until the searchlight gets destroyed, and then it will be down to 100. But having that extra view distance is going to be really, really handy. So it just takes a day to fix that up. Oh, I've got a gyro. Plus 2 hit defense. I should stick that in something at some point, shouldn't I, as well? Let's get the repairs done first. What do I want to put a gyro in? I'll sit on it for now. I'll figure that out. Because, I mean, it'll probably make most sense to put it in one of my grasshoppers, whichever my most front-liney grasshopper is going to be. Probably the one with the improved the improved flamers. But I will use that gyro at some stage. For now, though, let's just wind time on. Just a single day required to get those repairs done. And it brings Ingress back as well. There we go. All work orders complete. And we now have all of my favourite mechs ready to play. I can't turn the AC on, Lazy. You won't be able to hear me, and I don't want to do a silent stream. It's like a light aircraft, and it's like less than 2 meters away from my microphone. So yeah, it's just not possible to stream with it on, sadly. It's super loud. We don't have like super expensive newfangled American air conditioning. We've got some Chinese thing. So, it's noisy. Right, let's bring out Wolfheart's lance. They are called Ice Cold, that lance. And I wish I was ice cold right now. Let's bring him out. Have we got some injuries in this lance? Chico's available. No, they're all 4 of them are available. Oh, no, hold on. Crap. I was going to use lightning strike for this mission, wasn't I? Hold on. Are all of those available? Yeah. Sorry, Ice Cold. We'll use you first time next session on Tuesday. I wanted to use lightning strike just because we're doing a recovery and being able to have that master tactician ability, being able to shoot then move could come in handy at some point for us, especially if we're racing towards an objective grab. I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Who have I missed? Somebody in a grey uniform is not here. Yes, they're out injured, so Wolf's Heart, you're coming too. Right. We've got Mouth, Lazy, Black Cat, and Wolf's Heart in this mission. Let's get Black Cat there. He's got high tactics, decent gunnery. Who are my snipers going to be? Wolf's Heart will make a good pilot for the Marauder. He's got multi-target. And this, I think I'll swap around because Lazy will serve better with these PPCs because he's got slightly better gunnery. And Mouth, who's still only gunnery 3, will be making do with the large lasers, but it's slightly easier to hit with large lasers, so it makes sense to go that way around. Right, let's fire it up. This will be the last mission of today's session. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all are very excited and frothing at the mouth to get your hands on Commander's Edition. Get it downloaded. It's on Nexus Mods now, released today, in case you've missed it, not aware, only just joined the stream or whatever. The mod is out. It is available. Remember, you also need to download the Community Asset Bundle as well to get it all working. But get that. Get the mod, get it installed, get yourself a new BattleTech adventure started because this is so much fun. It's the most fun you can possibly have on BattleTech, in my opinion, at the moment. And I really hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And yeah, the other thing was, for those of you that might have friends that might be interested in it and aren't sure, I did do a promotional video for it. So if Shell can link that in chat, for us, that would be great. And if you guys can share that amongst your BattleTech buddies, see if you can get a few more people aware of this mod, because it really does deserve to be known about by the wider community. It's so well put together, it's incredibly stable, it's incredibly well balanced. It feels, like I said, just like a sequel to the BattleTech game. There's so much extra stuff in it, and it's all so well done. So yeah, if you wanna help Harry and his mod team out by spreading awareness, spread that video around, as it gives people a good explanation as to what is in this mod, and it will help hook them up with my playlist as well of the Commander Edition mod, where they will see lots and lots more footage of what goes on in this, and hopefully download and play it and have as much fun as we're having. So there you go, it's in chat now. Shell has put the link in if you see the Doyle bot there. So just copy and paste that to your buddies. Of course, you don't have to, but you know, if you want to help Harry out, if you want to help the mod out, if you want to raise awareness, spread that around a bit and see if we can get more people aware of it. I don't know if anyone's done a Reddit post about it yet or anything like that. I certainly haven't, but you know, all the usual places. If we can get more people to know about this mod and get them trying it, I'm sure we're going to win an army of fans for it, because it is fantastic.
Moving to position. I understand. Aye, aye.
What do we got? 60 tons, 50 tons. What else? See nothing else yet. So again, this is a recovery, and we've had some bad times on this map with recovery missions lately. So let's maybe just sprint straight towards the objective. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, we'll rely on evasion just for a round, just in case we need to snatch and run, because like I said, we've had some rough times, haven't we? Doing this. And there could be 2 Lancers. There could be a whole Lance of Assault somewhere over this side coming into flankers. But right now, I see an Assault, I see a 60-tonner, I see a Hunchback 4P, and another 50-tonner behind that. Oh, I love the 4P. That is, at the moment, my favourite medium mech in terms of firepower. Although with this mod, with the weapons changes, that might change. That's based upon how powerful and awesome the medium laser is in the standard game. I'm a big fan of it on a medium mech. Harry says, I did a post in the mods Reddit. I thought I'd let you post your vid in the main game Reddit. Oh, okay. Maybe Shell can do that for us then. Just get the Reddit people aware.
Move order received.
But cheers for letting me know, Harry. But I think we should get it up on Reddit, because there'll be people that obviously don't watch the stream, that won't be aware that this mod even exists potentially. And the more people know, the better. It definitely deserves to be shown around the community.
Roger that.
So Shell is on that. She's going to get us a Reddit post done. I'll hopefully link that promotional video to it. Garrison says, well, I died. Why have you died? In game, in real life? I mean, you're still typing, so maybe we're talking to Ghost Garrison right now.
Damage is minor.
He says, in real life. Oh dear. Oh dear, he's still suffering. Have you seen a doctor yet, Garrison? Starting to think it might be at the stage where it could be a good idea, if you haven't already. He says, bah, I'll take that as a no then.
Have no doubt it will be done.
So lower chances for me to hit this Hunchback, but he's got less protection, less damage mitigation, so I figured I'll give it a crack.
Acknowledged. Giving him everything I've got.
He says, if I wasn't feeling better, I would have. So you are feeling a little bit better at least. Okay, progress is being made.
That hit something good.
That's good. Let's hope you're not getting worse. He says, Doyle will have to do 12-hour streaming memorandum. I'm sure Mrs. Garrison would be pretty mad if you streamed yourself to death.
I copy.
Right. What to shoot? Good chances to hit, but damage mitigation, or pretty rough chances to hit, but less damage mitigation, and chance to blow off that. We've got to do it. Chance to blow off that torso with all those medium lasers in. How can I not? Also, I'm going to give him vigilance, since he's going to take all the damage here up front, Black Cat.
Roger.
But he's an old soldier. He's used to that. He's played many a campaign with me where he's thrown into the front line.
Target's taking a critical hit. Ready for orders.
Okay, Wolf's Heart. Shoot that Hunchback. That torso's almost off. Just need 20 more damage in it. There we go. No more medium lasers for you. Well, I say no more. I think you'll have like 1 or 2. There's one in the left arm. And is there one in the head as well? Or is that small laser? I forget now. Oh, he's just firing a single medium. So he's pretty neutered now, that 4P. Of course, he can still hurt us with melee. One of the chassis quirks on the Hunchback is it Battle Fists or Barrel Fists? It's got one of those upgrades. Let's just see. I don't think that's one that shows up when you look at the mech in-game. No, it doesn't. But he's definitely got something that improves his melee ability, so we will have to kill him eventually. For now, we'll just keep our distance from him, keep working towards the objective.
Standing by.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Have no doubt it will be done.
So although I've left myself out of cover here with Lazy, I do want to keep advancing. I don't want to just send Black Cat out front on his own. He's already taken quite a lot of damage. So I want someone with a bit more armor to grab the actual objective. Black Cat has provided the cover and the distraction. Someone else will go for the steal.
As you wish.
Ready to get it on. I copy. Oh, Commander.
Oh dear, Black Cat taking a cockpit hit. That Ossol making use of his master tactician there. He fired, then moved. That's left him a little bit vulnerable though. We might be able to get in and get a rear shot on him at some point.
Position confirmed.
Alright, Wolf's Heart can make the cover there. And we're going to keep up our sustained fire on this Ossol 4D. He's getting very worn down now.
Critical hit, Commander.
Reporting. Major armor loss.
Hunchback, he's coming in. He's going to go for melee. Firing his medium laser. He's now in range for the small laser as well. We are going to have to turn our attention to him at some point. Now that Ossol, there we go. Did you just see he's used his sensor lock ability there? And that has locked, I think all but mouth have just been sensor locked by the Ossol's ability. He's run behind a rock as well, so we can't really finish him off right now. Cheeky, but a smart move from the AI. Right, can't quite twist enough to fire into the rear arc of that guy. That's a shame. That's a real shame. I think we'll still go and stand roughly behind him though. Threaten him a bit. And we'll shoot at this Hunchback because it is getting to the point where he's getting uncomfortably close now. And they can punch a pilot straight out of his cockpit with a melee attack. I think they do about 80 damage.
Got something you want done?
Which nobody wants. It's very painful. Right, turn off one of the lasers. Firing at this guy. Oh, that was not good. I think we just got a single large laser in the CT there. The other Ossol has gone for a sense lock as well. Okay, weird choice by the AI there for both of them to do, but it does reduce my chances to hit. Having this sensor impairment. So as you can see now, I've got 2 instances of that. So it's now 2 difficulty to all of this unit's attacks until next activation. So perhaps it's not as crazy as it at first appears, because the AI is protecting itself from my my gunnery by making life harder for me in the shooting department.
I copy.
Hey Switchblade, how you doing? Good to see you. Doing good. Release day of Commander's Edition mod. It's on Nexus Mod now. Nexus Mods now. If you want to get that downloaded, start playing. Or if you're still at work, wait till you get home first and then do it.
On my way.
But yeah, this is now available to the public. You don't have to just settle for watching me potter about on it anymore. You too can play this fantastic mod.
Confirmed.
He says, oh, well, there goes my Friday night. I'm thinking my stomach started hurting just now. I think a few people have suddenly come down with random illnesses during their working day today. I think there'll be a few early finishes. Can't think why that is. But I am also having an early finish today. Yesterday was too hot to even stream. Today is still really hot and uncomfortable. So I've just done I would normally be doing Football Manager today. I'm sure most of you are aware of that. But I figured since it's the release day of Commander's Edition, I should actually do a bonus BattleTech stream, which is what we have right now going on. That is why I'm here doing this for you. So we can all enjoy this fantastic new mod and give it a bit of promotion on its launch day. But this is my final mission of today. I will be ending soon. And then I'm going to just turn the aircon on, which is too loud for me to stream with it on, and just stand in front of it for a long time, I think, until I cool down.
Good to go.
Well done, Alto. Well done.
Ready for orders.
You'll have to let us know if that one works, Switchblade. Oh god, Black Cat is in all kinds of trouble now, isn't he? Look, his back's wide open, his right side.
Standing by.
What am I going to do with him? What am I going to do? Let's move here, because at least I can hide the right side from this hunchback, so he'll have to shoot in my more armoured left. My back should be protected because of this rock, and I can still fire away into the side of this here Ossol.
Confirmed.
But hopefully this was a smart move. Ossol's down as well. Good stuff. I think Black Cat's okay.
Tango down.
At least for another round. Switchblade says you could stream that, might get you a whole new swath of viewers. Yeah, I doubt that would work for me.
Standing by.
I don't think I look very good in a bikini. Shell says, yeah, you do. Yeah, thanks, Shell. I think you're biased. Oh dear. Yeah, I can't do a pool stream. I'm the wrong gender.
On it.
Alto says he could sell his bathwater too. Yeah, I don't think there's a market for my bathwater. I mean, I'd consider it if there was. Sure, yeah, I'd sell that. Like, if I can make the kind of money that Belle Delphine made from it, then I'd happily sell it if anyone was daft enough to buy it. I don't think it works that way for middle-aged men, though, does it? I'm not so sure there's a market for that.
Engaging with target.
What's going on here? At least it's not Black Cat. I had to check because I wasn't sure for a moment. I was like, no, leave Black Cat alone. He's taking enough punishment.
Orders.
Right. Can I get around this corner if I sprint? No. Like, sprinting gets me no further than just walking. Okay, in that case, we'll just walk our way over here and take another shot at that hunchback. Just being careful to only be showing my left side to the enemy right now, although that's rapidly running out of armor too. I've just got 3 armor left on that arm. One, lucky headshot, lucky headshot. No, we didn't get it.
Scored across
Alto says, Weeaboo water, got you covered for marketing. I'm not a weeaboo though. It would be false advertising, that. Lazy says, depends on how rich and famous the middle-aged man is. I suppose, yeah, if I was, I don't know, pick a famous middle-aged actor. If I was like Brad Pitt or something, maybe there'd be a market for Brad Pitt's bathwater. Not for mine, though.
What's the plan?
What's the plan? The plan, Lazy, is I want you to slap this guy in the face. Go for the cockpit, preferably. No, you've let me down, Lazy. You've let me down. Capella Boo. Nice, Garrisoned.
Good to go.
So, what plans have you guys got as soon as you get your hands on this mod? Are you going to launch straight into Galaxy at War stuff? Are you going to be just trying to ally with your favourite faction and take a full-time contract with that faction and try to take over the whole galaxy? Or are you going to try and play it neutral mercenary style and spread your love around the galaxy, taking contracts for different houses? What's everyone's plan? Hey, Atomic Crusher, good to see you. How you doing? How's Australia today? It feels like I'm in Australia in the UK right now. It's stupid heat. Although at least we don't have all the nasty bugs.
Position confirmed.
He says it's dark. It's 3 a.m. Of course it's stupid o'clock in the morning. I forget the time zone difference so readily and easily.
Locking on target.
Although, to be fair, even at night, the last few days here, it's been stiflingly hot at night. So I guess it could still be stupidly hot for you.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Oh, yeah, aren't you in the middle of your winter? Alto's saying, is it snowing there yet? Does it ever snow in Australia? I've never heard of such a thing. But I do know your winter is in our summer, though, isn't it? Something like that?
Yes, Commander.
He says, yeah, winter never snows in the cities. Oh, so it can snow in other places, though. Didn't realise. I didn't know you actually had snow at all. 5% chance for the headshot. Very unlikely, but I'm feeling lucky. Obviously not that lucky. I think Lazy did at least manage a CT shot there, so we're whittling him down bit by bit. Most of the weapons, as usual with the Hunchback, are in the right torso, so if we can get that off, life will get a lot easier. There's an assault right in Mouth's face. Well, I mean, it would just be rude to pass up the opportunity of shooting that guy in the back, wouldn't it? So, let's do it. In fact, let's precision strike it as well.
On it.
Oh, that looked good. Looked like 2 PPCs hit the rear. Yep, 2 PPCs rear center, and I guess the ballistic hit the right torso. That was a good volley there. Okay. Need someone to get in the rear arc and finish it off now.
Yes, Commander.
Who's Lazy could achieve that, maybe? Can he? Only if I'm willing to move out of cover. Oh, no, there will do. There will do. Okay. Well, I'm making my back vulnerable to this Hunchback, but
Of course.
hopefully there'll be one less mech to deal with as a consequence. Yeah, let's precision strike this as well. We'll get a bit of resolve back for killing him. Worth it. Definitely worth it. The PPC's completely whiffed, but that large laser did the job. Wolfsheart says, I think I'll do the Merc thing until I decide what colour to paint the map.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, on my non-stream career, I started off just allying myself with the Capellans really early on and just doing contracts for them. And then I found myself getting to a point where it was getting financially tricky doing it that early, so I unallied with them and started taking contracts for anyone and up in the rep a bit. But I have to say, it was fun switching systems over with the Galaxy at War stuff in this mod. This time, on my stream career at least, my plan is to just get myself in good standing with most of the factions so I can do the higher level missions. Then I'm going to start with the Galaxy at War stuff so that I don't end up stuck for contracts to do at any point. There we go, that right torso's gone along with most of his weapons. And then I can start, you know, painting the map whatever colour I like. But it really does encourage a long playthrough as well. If you've got any grand designs of making a big impact on the Inner Sphere map itself, then expect a long campaign, because we all know there are so many systems, that it could take you a lifetime to get and visit all of them. But at least seeing the territory of your favorite house grow and encroach into your enemies is going to be pretty satisfying. It's such a good concept. And Don Zappo is the main guy behind Galaxy at War, and he's done a fantastic job to implement that. It's a really great idea, really great addition, and at the moment is exclusive to BattleTech Extended Commanders Edition. So yeah, if you want it, download this mod. But yeah, hats off to Don Zappo for putting in some good work and getting that created.
Let's move.
Moving out.
Affirmative.
Right, hopefully we are now done. Sweet, no reinforcements.
Let's rest this.
Mission complete.
The asset has been
Yes, we're done.
ready for
Good
retreat.
stuff, and we didn't lose Black Cat in the end. He made it through. Hey Redfern, how you doing? If I remember rightly, Redfern is another guy that has been working on this mod behind the scenes. I'm not entirely sure which specific bits he's worked on, but I definitely know he's worked on it. So thanks to him too. I hope you enjoy your launch day. Right, we are done. Is Garrison going to be ready and available to stream, or is he feeling too ill? That is the question. But first, I've got salvage to take. I'm going to take 2 pieces of Hunchback 4P. It's my favourite Hunchback. And we'll leave the rest to the winds of chance. What do we get? Hunchback 4J part, Ossol 4D, some large lasers, medium lasers. Oh, a plus 10 damage medium laser. Fantastic. That is a great thing to roll randomly. Happy days. Garrison says, sorry, I'm working on it. Okay, you got about 2 minutes. No worries. I wasn't sure you were even going to stream. I thought you might be feeling a bit ill, to be honest. But yeah, I will be handing over and raiding Garrison shortly, as it's just too hot right now. I'm gonna end the stream shortly, get the aircon switched on, and as I said, stand in front of it for a while. But yeah, Garrison also has BattleTech Extended Commanders Edition, so you can see more of the action of this mod from him very shortly. And now, of course, for those that don't know, if you've just shown up on stream, it is now available to the public on Nexus Mods. I highly recommend you get yourself downloading that now. If you're not at work, that is. If you're at work, you'll have to wait till you get home. Also, please remember, you need to get the community asset bundle as well. And for those that have never modded before, you also need the BattleTech program, so make sure you get that too. But yep, get all that good stuff, get the mod, and start your campaign. You're going to have a great time on this mod. So while Garrison's just getting himself set up, before I go, I'll just quickly give you a brief run through the fantastic features. Here we have the full Inner Sphere map with the minor periphery factions down the bottom there, and of course territory for all the major houses. This is also containing Galaxy at War, which allows you to switch over ownership of systems, fighting things out for your favorite faction, switching over territory, or just spreading yourself around and taking missions for whoever you see fit at any given time. Fantastic feature, great addition to this mod, and currently, as I said, exclusive to Commander's Edition. We can also see Argo upgrades have changed. There are new things that the Argo upgrades do. I'm just quickly hovering over. I know it's hard to read the text when I'm just hovering over it briefly, but things such as the machine shop giving you variant assembly, which allows you to shift right click on mechs in storage to attempt to assemble that variant from available parts. Parts from multiple variants can be combined using the machine shop to create the variant of your choice, which is very handy. And of course, obviously you'll have seen at the end of missions, that option comes up automatically. When you do get enough parts for a mech, you can choose to build a whole mech of whatever you choose at that point, as long as you've got at least one piece of that mech. So yeah, various tweaks to what the Argo upgrades do. Another one here is the training module, Mech Warrior retraining. So you can shift click on the skills tab for a pilot in the barracks to retrain that pilot, which is awesome. Being able to do that if you've spec'd some of your pilots early on and think you've made a mistake, or you want to change them for the later stages of the game and make them more useful to what you're using at that point, you get a one-time only respec for each pilot. So you can't just keep doing that. It's just one time only per pilot. So bear that in mind, but it is very useful to have that at all, as that is not in the vanilla game. So various changes there that are really awesome. Of course, in the mech bay, we've got quirks to the mechs, which I've shown off before, showing up in the yellow text for positive quirks and the red text for negative quirks. Some chassis do, of course, have negative quirks, such as this Wolverine, which has a cramped cockpit. So it has a -1 loss to actions that generate resolve as a consequence of that cramped cockpit. There's a whole variety of different quirks to read. I'm not going to go through them all now, but just skimming you through a few of the different things, you'll get an idea. And it really gives proper individual feels to the different chassis and gives you new things to consider when you're deciding how to build your mechs and what mechs to use, what mechs are going to complement your play style, and so on. So yeah, definitely great fun to play with all of that stuff. And let's not forget as well the pilot traits, and there are a whole bunch of those too, with various effects that will make selecting your pilots something to consider as well. It will mean you will keep hunting around in the hiring hall for better and better pilots that you might want to start leveling up later in the game. For example, Atomic Crusher right here, he's got the Brave trait, so he's got an increase to panic resistance. He's a brave Aussie, and he won't panic and eject at the first sign of danger. Bill, he's a tech and a merchant. Merchant giving you a discount to buying items at the shops, and tech gives you an increased mech tech skill, which helps Yang out in the mech lab with refitting mechs and such. So as you can see, some of the pilots have no quirks at all, obviously, but some have a lot. Like we've got Catch here, for example. Catch is lucky, so he has a reduced chance to suffer wounds in combat. He's noble, so his mood changes based upon the funding. So, for example, if you drop your funding below the mid-level, he might get low spirits as a consequence, because he can't get hold of his whatever orange pumpkin latte thing that he drinks in the morning because funding's not high enough. But equally, it works the other way. If you are paying more than the average for your mercenaries in a month, he will get high spirits because he's enjoying the extra luxuries that a noble grows up being used to. He's also ex-military, so he's got a small bonus to his starting XP, which we all have already used by now. But that comes in very handy when you just sign a new pilot, and you'll have a little bit extra to spend on something right at the very beginning. And he's also an officer, so you get increased resolve per turn if an officer or the commander is in the lance, which is very, very handy when you want to play a heavy resolve game style. So you see there's a whole bunch of different things there. I'll just show you this last one. We've got Chico here because some traits have impacts on other traits, and here's one right now. You'll see Chico is rebellious, and that means you get reduced resolve generated by this pilot when in combat with an officer or the company commander. So for example, I would not have Chico and Catch in the same lance if I wanted to avoid trouble, basically. So you don't want to put a rebellious guy with an officer. They don't go too well together. So yeah, there's a whole load of extra considerations. Of course, there are also the changes on the skill tree. So Master Tactician is a combined skill in the tactics tree at the second tier, which means mechs piloted by this mech warrior gain +1 initiative and can move after shooting if it's not moved already yet. And there is also a new skill to replace what used to be the tier 2 piloting skill called Evasive Expert, and that means a mech piloted by this mech warrior has a chance to not lose evasion when fired upon. The faster the battle mech, the more evasion can be kept. So there are pilot traits that will complement that. Obviously the faster engined mechs will complement that, as well as obviously the skill itself. So that really gives a reason to play some of the faster moving mechs in some of your compositions, whereas previously, particularly noticeable in the medium category, a lot of us would just take the 50-ton mechs because you can fit more weapons, so they seemed better, right? and you just ignore the 55s a lot of the time. Well, now there's good reason to use those faster 55-ton mechs if you use the skills and the pilot traits that complement that strategy, and it's actually completely viable. And as you see currently in my mech bay, I have a whole bunch of fast 55-tonners. I've got 3 dervishes and a wolverine, all fast 55-tonners, all playing into using those style of pilots. And I did a mission with that a couple of days back and showed how successful that can be, even up against the odds. So, you know, this mod does loads of great things. I'm going to stop listing stuff there, but the one last overarching thing I want to say is the balance is really well done. It feels well thought out, well balanced, and is, as a consequence, a very enjoyable experience. I would say right now, there's nothing to me that feels underpowered and broken to the point that you wouldn't even consider using it. And there is nothing that feels overpowered and broken to the point that you will only want to use these weapon systems because they're so good. Things have been very well balanced. And hats off to Harry in particular for this, as he is largely, and in fact almost entirely, the brain behind settling on where the balance should be for this stuff. And he pretty much nailed it first time as well. Like his first, like, I think these values, and then I've had my hands on the early versions of this mod, and it just seemed good where it was. So I don't think that stuff's needed any change. So great job, Harry. Well done. Thank you for making such a fantastic mod, and I hope you guys really enjoy this. Get it downloaded from Nexus Mods, get playing it, and start sharing your experience. If you want to see more of this, you can find my YouTube playlist on YouTube. If you search for channel_Doyle, you can see the rest of my career from the early days of this Commander's Edition mod, if you want to see more of that stuff. Also, there's the promotional video that I knocked up with the help of Shell, doing, what was it, about 10 hours of editing for a 12-minute video or whatever yesterday. So check that out if you want to see a slightly more detailed rundown of the features of this mod. That video is also up on YouTube, and share that around to your buddies that are into BattleTech. If you think they might consider playing this mod and they want to know what's in it, that video is a good source of all that information without you having to talk for 40 odd minutes until you're blue in the face trying to explain it all to them. I've done that job for you. So yeah, use that and let the wider community know. I really appreciate it. Anyone that's helping share that out and spreading awareness of this mod, because I think this deserves to be a success. It's so well put together, and all we really need to do to give it a chance of success is to let people know that it exists and have them try it out, because I know 99% of the people that try this will absolutely love it. It's great. So yeah, thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. We are now going to set up the raid on Garrisoned, and yeah, don't forget, if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for a start. Thank you to everyone that watches this on YouTube, as well as my live viewers on Twitch. I do want to remind you guys on YouTube every now and then, I don't forget about you. I do remember, and I do appreciate all of you. I know not everyone can make the live show, so thank you so much for giving me the YouTube views. And if you enjoy the content, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Doing either of those things helps spread awareness of my channel and really helps me to grow, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate anyone that does take the time to do that. Thank you so much. And yes, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Right, let's get the raid on the go. Let's go see hopefully a slightly less ill Garrisoned today, and he will be playing Commander Edition as well. I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you next time. Right, let's get him on the go. Got to get on his channel. Of course, I don't like to miss out on his reaction. Right. There we go. We're all set. Are we all good to go? Okay. Well, unfortunately, Sarge had to leave early because he's feeling a bit ill today. So in honour of Sarge, once again, let's make this a Speedo raid. So let's go Speedo Rage. Speedo Raid Garrisoned. Speedo Rage, I said. Shell's mocking at me. You try doing this, Shell. You come talk in this heat, please.
I did 10 hours of editing.
She says, I did 10 hours of editing, and she did. She really actually did. That was basically most of our day yesterday. So although I didn't stream yesterday, we did this promotional video instead. That took a long time. Bless her. She's a trooper. Right, let's go. Time to raid. See you next time, guys. See you on Tuesday. I'll be back.